I was really proud of the way that the Tigers didn't take them lightly and played a full 4 quarters against the Callaway Cavaliers last week.
I can't say one of the toughest, but it was the toughest competition that we've had this year.
So far,
and,
yeah.
and absolutely. We knew it going into it that, Callaway's got huge offensive line. And one of the things, and I shared with the folks, if you were listening late for sure last week, I had shared with you that I came away with, and I shared it with Coach Wiggins Monday night at the football show there at Johnny's Pizza. Every Monday night, you guys come on out. But Tank Bigsby, wow, was he impressive. And Freeman.
Jacob Freeman sure was.
He's not that big of a kid, but he really read the defense well. He pulled it. He wasn't scared of Big Makuta or Andy Boykin or Kevin Martin or any of these guys. He was just ready to roll. And so I was really impressed with both Freeman and Bigsby. And, of course, I want to say the Quay Hines.
Hines did a
fullback.
great job. Mm-hmm.
He is such a low-gravity runner. When he comes through the line, he's going to punish whoever wants to tackle him. You got to really want to hit him. And so Callaway's going to do real well. There's some that think that Bremen's the real deal in AA, stepping down from AAA with the student population and having over 33 seniors or so, and they just think they've got it cooking. And they may have, but I promise you, they got to go through Callaway first. And not so sure about Hurd. Hurd's got some issues. I was up at the school the other day and talking to, the folks up there. But anyway, Callaway is a very, very good football team. And
Two things about that game. One, again, as you mentioned, they really did show well on their front line. They've got Tate Johnson, and he's a D1 recruit. People are looking at him. He did an excellent job in that ball game. But what I was also very pleased with Callaway, I got to see an I formation. I got to see a guy go under center. I hadn't seen anybody call a game where a guy got under center in a long time. It was pretty neat to see a standard offense. But the other thing I think that was very positive to me for the Tigers is that they played a full game. And I've already heard several people that say that that game could benefit Callaway in that one of the tough things they faced over the past several years, they get 1-2 games into the playoffs, and then they hit a wall. They hit a team that's just,
right.
Now because they haven't really played a full ball game through their region schedule. Well, to play a full game and realize we've got to, we can't back down. We got to go feel full out all the way through 4 quarters. They got that message early this year, so that may take them farther into the playoffs than before.
Let's hope so, because either both teams, for the Tigers and the Cavaliers, last week's ball game was tough enough, challenging for both of them. Neither team let up even to the final horn. I'd say bell, but the horn as we blow it out of the press box up here. We don't, but it gets blown. But yes, I think so. And then Callaway's got, like I say, tonight should be a fairly easy game against Temple. But they've got Bremen and they've got Hurd, which is certainly 2 other stalwarts there in that, I think it's Region 5 AA. And then here we go in our classification, just to share with the people, we've got out of the composite ranking. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, well, go ahead.
In the composite rankings, we've got Blessed Trinity number 1, Cartersville's ranked number 2. Your Tigers are hitting in at number 5. And then here comes Chapel Hill. Our opponent tonight stands in at 11. And, of course, that's that's not Max Prep, but that's the composite rankings, which has –
and I like those, too, because it actually gives you a look at it from Georgia Public Broadcasting, the AJC, Max Preps, all of those different ones. And, Troup, anywhere from 3 to 6 is what people are looking at. So, just right solid there in the middle, but in the middle of the top 10 in the state in Quad A. And that's the other thing to think about. You're looking at the best of the best in the state. But the other thing to point out, Greg, and I think you're just doing that with Cartersville, Troup, Chapel Hill, and I think if you go on down, you'll see Cedartown in the top 15. That's 4 teams in this region.
Same region.
They're all in the same region.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you talking about they tough. You and I have joked about it for 2 or 3 years now about being the SEC of high school football, and that in just our region. And Quad A is kind of the middle of the pack now. When you got A private, A public, double, triple, 4, and you got 5, 6, 7. 4A football, a lot of people used to argue that AAA probably is the best all-around football, but I don't know that 4A is not that best all-around football today, because you could take a 4A school and run up and play a 7A and put a whooping on them.
Yep.
And not so much. You're not going to have a double or a single A run up to a 7A and do that. So I'm kind of thinking 4A is really your classification that kind of gives you a well-rounded up-and-down schedule, so to speak.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll actually go ahead and talk about this game now, and maybe talk about the Troup Tigers, too. You'll listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursdays all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brunswick stew is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Hey, it's T-O-double-D, Todd Parrish with Kia LaGrange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Stop number 110917. Price tag, second title. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Borman, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium. And we're just having a great time looking out and seeing all the folks, good friends of ours that are here getting ready for the ball game. My parents, Jack and Shirley Borman, are down there. And I'm going to wave at my daddy. See if I think he's listening to me on the radio. We got Jamie Regina Ingram. Good to see them. Shannon Lawson, her son Harrison. I think he's going to be one of the folks up for Homecoming King. So it's just going to be a great night as a lot of celebration, a lot of folks coming back and seeing old friends and that sort of thing. But, Greg, let's talk about this game tonight. Is the Panthers of Chapel Hill coming in. One of the little I like to kind of dig into stats and kind of dig into things. And I was looking at point differential. Look between the two teams, how the offenses are doing. So far, Chapel Hill, they've scored 10 points in their first ball game, 49 in their third, and then last week just 28 points. The Tigers actually, that's about 150 points they put on other folks. The Tigers.
That's about 30 points a game.
There you go. Tigers starting out at 37 points in the first game, then 32, 47, 53 against Harrison, then 37. So well, you got the same thing. There you go. That's 169 points that they scored. Yeah. So the Tigers really, a 50-point differential is a big deal in high school football.
It really is. And you talk about these two teams, and I'm not going to say they're evenly matched, but they're close.
Yep.
You take the Chapel Hill Panthers coming in here just a couple of weeks ago. Their offensive line was responsible for over 539 total yards when they beat Stars Mill 49-19. K.J. Burton, their senior quarterback, definitely a dual threat, probably more of a threat rushing the ball. He's averaging about 96 yards per game. He's had 5 TDs. He's only thrown for 2.
Right.
So if you're a betting man defensively, you got to figure he's going to pull the football and run it a lot.
There's going to be a spy on him all night long.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you're right. They're 4-0. They've come in averaging. And, their defense has only given up, I think, 33 points all year. So the Tigers – offensively says, we're going up against a defense that's holding their teams down. And, of course, when we talk about our Tigers, we're like you said, we're averaging 40 points a game. Hudson, he's ran for almost 1,000 yards already, 977 yards.
But you know what's great about him?
Excuse me, he's passed that much.
Yep.
He's ran for 250 yards. My bad.
Well, I was just going to say that stat is really one of my favorites about him because the thought process, a lot of times when you got a great athlete like Kobe that comes in and takes over the quarterback position, is that he's going to use his legs first. He's going to want to run around. He's going to want to get down the field. But so far, what I've seen is him actually looking at his reads, checking. Even when we're kind of a run pass option, as he's coming out, he's pitching the ball and turning up is really the last. It's the third option for him, and that's why. He's got such great receivers. You got Thrash, you got Dixon. You've got Smith. He's really spreading the ball out to a wide Purnell.
That's right.
Just a wide variety of guys, and they're having great success with him in the backfield.
Well, you mentioned Smith, Joko Willis has 12 passes. He's caught the ball 12 times at 17 yards on average.
And you forget about it because he's on the defense.
That's
but
right.
You forget what a great receiving job he's doing.
Sure. And then, of course, Thrash, we really expected a lot out of him. He's only caught 10 passes this year, but he's averaging 23 yards a catch.
And he's in double coverage almost every time he goes out.
You know that's going to happen. Then you got Mark Anthony that's caught 10 passes for 172, so he's averaging 17 yards a catch. But here's the kicker. Jarrell Smith, we talked about, with that touchdown catch of last week. Smith has caught only 5 passes, but he's averaging 34 yards a catch. So whenever he catches it, it's generally going to be a big play.
So Coach Holt's going, I need 34 yards. Who can I throw it to? Well, but, you do like that he's able to spread the ball out, that he's really taken on the role of quarterback and not just being another running back in the backfield, not just an extended wildcat back there.
That's
so
right.
I've been really happy with that. Let's take it to the break. When we come back, we'll put Greg out on the field to get the coin toss. We'll have the band. We'll get ready for this ball game as you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Norman, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium as they're got the pregame festivities going on. The cheerleaders, along with the band, making their way out onto the field about to give us our national anthem. About 10 minutes to go before the kickoff. Greg, got your ears on?
Down here, I was just talking to our old quarterback, Tim Choyley, graduated with us back in 1979. Our senior season was the 78 season. That kind of makes us at least 40. And
well, watch out with the us thing. That's.
Well, I'm talking about Tim and I. I'm not talking about.
There we go. Okay.
Even though, by the way, folks, if you're listening, today is your man Jack Mormon's birthday. I know he's at least 42.
Yep. Yeah. We'll
happy
just stick
birthday,
with that.
Jack.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a great day. There's no place where you feel more loved than at an elementary school on your birthday. I can say that right now.
So y'all had cupcakes and what have you?
Oh, every time I walked into a classroom, I had a different group of kids jumping up and down and saying happy birthday. So
great.
Right now the band is getting ready to give us our national anthem. They'll be bringing in the colors from the corner. But we'll step away real quick as we get these festivities going. When we come back, we'll have the coin toss for you live here at Callaway Stadium on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Hey, it's T.O. Double D, Todd Parrish with Keeler Grange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Stop number 110917. Price plus tax, second title. See Key of LaGrange for complete details. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
At Holmes Pharmacy, we know the hassle in looking for the right pharmacy and getting the kind of service you want is always a concern. That's why the only place to go is Holmes Pharmacy. At Holmes Pharmacy, you'll find friendly service and the nicest people. Holmes Pharmacy, now with 3 locations, Hamilton, LaGrange, and now in Sawmill inside the Piggly Wiggly grocery store.
Come on, take the deal and run. Come on, take the deal and run.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. They're about to play the national anthem. The colors have been brought out by the junior ROTC. And so in the background, you'll hear the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band.
The band is under the field direction of Drum Major Jonathan Murphy. We invite you to remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
The pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band with our national anthem there. Did a great job by the Tigers as they're going to be moving down and getting ready to welcome the team onto the field. Both teams are in the locker room now, getting ready to come out. We got about 6 minutes left to go here in pregame. And Greg, talk about conditions. How's it feel down there on the field?
Well, it's really nice. The flag is draped low. There's no wind, but what makes it nicer now is you and I have talked. When the sun goes down behind the visitor stands, behind the trees, it's really nice, and so we're appreciative of that. As I see our captains coming out of the field, reminds me we've got a couple of new additions to the starting lineup. We've got offensively, we've got Gabe Hubbard. Stephen Messer will be starting tonight. Colby Harry's moved over to center. Tyler Kitchens, a sophomore, will be at right guard, and Michael Irvin at right tackle. Luke Purnell, tight end. Jarrell Smith, Mark Anthony Dixon, and Jamari Thrash, your wideouts. Trey Williams will have it at tailback, along with Kobe Hudson will be your quarterback, and that will be your offensive unit. We'll get to the defense later.
Yeah, we'll also see Tyree Carlisle coming in back in that backfield. He's run the ball well. It's been nice that we've got a couple of guys that we can roll back and forth. Even Mark Anthony we'll see back in the backfield every once in a while.
Speaking of that, Boykin was kind of injured up a little bit, but we've got him starting on defense along with Khalif Thornton, Jeremiah Holston. He'll get after you. Along with Keem Makuta. That'll be your front four. Your linebacking crew will be Devin Hill, Kevin Martin, and Jatavian Smith. The cornerbacks, Alonzo Ogletree, Tyree Carlisle, and your strong safety, Nick Ligon, along with free safety, Jace Godwin. Jace is just a sophomore, really one of the only 2 underclassmen on the defense. Everybody else is a senior. But one of the things that concern people, well, gosh, you got a lot of seniors. What are you going to do about next year? Well, what Coach G's been doing all along with with Busby and with Holt, they've been, we've talked about it many times, they've been subbing throughout the game. They don't wait until late in the game. They're starting to build depth on, and these underclassmen, if you will, or these second stringers and third stringers are actually getting plenty of game time, and have actually made some significant strides. Jeremiah Holston, for instance, who was not a starter the first year, he's worked his position.
Well, it's not just being on the field, Greg. It's quality starts, quality plays on the field where the game is still in contention. It's not just throwing them out there, a little bonsai squad at the end in the third quarter, fourth quarter. These guys are seeing the early part of it. They're running with the first team offense. They're running with the first team defense. So it's really going to give them the experience they need going forward.
You're right. As the captains are making the way, we've got the quarterback, Kobe Hudson, the center, Colby Harry. So that's Kobe and Colby. And then it looks like we've got Joko Willis will be coming out with them, along with King Makuta. And that'll be your four captains for the Tigers.
King is a big old young man.
He certainly is. When you stand beside him, you realize just how tall he is as well. And over the last few years, he is with the weight program that Coach Glisson has installed and at the high school. Wow, these young men have really put on some definition.
Well, he has, and just his shoulders are broad and legs getting thicker. He's hard to move off a line of scrimmage, that's for sure.
As they're making their way to midfield, I feel like I'm all amongst all these cheerleaders and band members. This is kind of crazy.
Well, you are, but you look like you're a part of it.
All right, here we go.
Greg's down there and has the coin toss for us.
And so Chapel Hill will be in white uniforms with purple numbers. Your Tigers will be in their navy jerseys with gold pants and gold numbers. Here we go.
Practice good sportsmanship at all times, okay? We're going to call you blue, you're the speaking captain. We're going to call you white, you're the speaking captain. You get to call the coin toss. There's heads, there's tails. What's your call? Tails. He calls tails. It is tails. We'll take the ball. You want to take the ball.
All right, what you got, Greg?
So Chapel Hill won the toss, and instead of deferring, they'll take it ball. I think they want to kind of establish a little precedent out here and see what their quarterback K.J. Burton can do with the Tiger defense. And one of the things we didn't really talk about that a lot in pregame, Jack, but one of the things that the Tigers, you always want to make sure you keep these guys focused against their opponent. And defensively, with this dual threat quarterback that's going to be doing a lot more running than passing. Now, if he comes out passing, he just proved me wrong. But Tigers, they held Freeman in check last week. They've got their work cut out for them tonight as well.
Looking forward to it. We'll get that started in just a few minutes. Right now, let's go take one more break. We come back. We've got kickoff live here from Callaway Stadium on Eagle Sports.
The secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
That's right. Get ready to smile with Glenn Smith Chevrolet. We appreciate them and all of our great sponsors. Let's tell you about them real quick as we get ready to kick the ball off. Holmes Pharmacy, Mallory Insurance, Mud Creek Graphics, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, Emory Southern Orthopedics, Kia of LaGrange, Rob and Joel Upchurch, along with Nissan of LaGrange, State Farm Agent Matt Orr, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, as we mentioned, and Aggressive Auto, and then Rogers Barbecue. Thanks to all of those great sponsors for getting us on the air and helping us to share this ball game, share high school sports with you. Tigers will be kicking off left to right on your radio dial. Martinez set to kick things off, and here we go. There's the kick, kind of line drive down the field. It's going to bump into 15, hit at the 10, picked up there, up to the 15 to the 20 on the right side, encounters some Tigers, and he's hit hard at the 25. And so the Tiger defense will swarm out on the field, and they'll have it there 1st and 10.
Looks like Cato on the tackle along with Mandarius Dix will take, you're right, Jack, up to he takes it on the 10 on a bounce, runs it up about 15 yards. So the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Big key for me, Greg, tonight is the lack of penalties. We got to keep those down. There's so many tissues on the field last week. I really want to see the Tigers play a penalty-free ball game if we can.
Well, not only that, but we've also got a different officiating crew, which might also be just slightly more lenient. Who knows? But there's not near as many on the Chapel Hill side. They're still coming in.
So here we go. Chapel Hill goes off the right side of the handoff to their tailback. Going to get about 6, almost 7 yards. Nice little run on the right side.
Yeah, he's a big kid, number 21. He looks like he stands at about 6'2", probably somewhere around 195 to 200 pounds. And he took it off the right side over toward Boykin, and Boykin had to grab a hold of him, and he drug Boykin down for about 2 yards after he picked up 4. So be 2nd down and 4. He picked up 6, 2nd down and 4.
Oka Kawasi is his name, just a junior. Man in motion to the right side. Pistol set. Quarterback's going to hand the ball off to Kawasi. Again, Kawasi does not get back to doesn't get the 1st down, but does get a couple more yards up the field. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Jeremiah Holston from his right defensive end position was just really on a stunt and couldn't quite get back in the backfield fast enough. He did get a hold of him with his left hand to slow him down a little bit before Thornton and Boykin stopped him. It's 3rd down and 1 as they come up to the ball.
Back to the pistol set with the quarterback, Burton. KJ takes it, turns around, hands the ball off. He'll get the 1st down. He gets just over the 35. That's what he needed, to the 36. So 1st down for Chapel Hill.
Khalif Thornton from his nose tackle position comes through the scrimmage and was actually upended the tailback who took the handoff, but he flipped forward, Jack, across the 1st down marker, actually. So they're showing it on the replay. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, hit him just behind the line of scrimmage, but he did flip over Khalif on into the 1st down.
He needed a yard, and that's exactly what he got. So here comes Burton once again, has a man in motion coming from the far side, turns, hands the ball off, a little trap play. Tigers read it well. I don't think he got anything on that play.
You just feel like, as Khalif Thornton gets up off the ball and makes the tackle, you feel like that the Panthers are just setting up the Tigers as they're just tailback. It's just any play now, you know that Burton's going to run the football. So either that or they're going to do some kind of little dump pass.
That, and also they're pulling that slot receiver from the far side back across the middle. Could be a quick handoff, a little backside sweep from him.
That's right.
Wing right, twins to the right side. Burton has his tailback roll over to the left side, takes a high snap. He's going to run the ball, goes to the outside, cuts back inside, hit at the 40, about a 4-yard gain. We'll give him 5. We'll call it 3rd and 5, excuse me.
Well, that was a good job by Devin Hill, who made the initial contact. And really, that's deceiving because it was a high snap, and you didn't think he was going to 5, Jack. It looks like he might have picked up 2, and he winds up picking up 5.
Yep.
Big down here for the Tigers.
Big
Jack.
3rd down. They have not reached the 50 yet. Still in Panther territory. Stacked twins on the right side, wing to the left. Burton takes it, and he's going to run to this near side. He's pushed back to the other side. He's going to try to get over there, and he turns the corner and gets the 1st down, just exactly what he needed. We turned him back from this side, but he found a way to get all the way to the other side. Actually, now this spot that they're giving over here is 4th down.
Well, from my perspective, it looked like he got a 1st down, but it was interesting because he sweeps to the right. He's actually Holston and gang would not let him go this way. He turns around. He sees Boykin and just kicks it in high gear and outruns Boykin, just flat out leaves him to the sideline. So looks like there's a timeout on the field, Jack.
Timeout call. They take one. We'll take one as well. We've got 9 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this first quarter play. No score right here on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Looking back, the man with the white hat gives them a first down, so they've got one. Turn, quick handoff to the tailback. He's going to get another 3 yards up the field to about the 47-yard line. He's stacked up there. Doesn't actually go down, but stacked up. The whistles blow. They'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
You know, as they're in the center of the field, but right just center of the field between the hash marks. Before the play started, athletic director Bob Schweizer and I were talking. He said, you know, hey, they got a good main game plan going. Panthers he's talking about, and keeping it out of our hands. So, you know, it's ground, and pound, and that's where they're going to try to make a living, it looks like, tonight, running the football.
No score, 8:43 left to go in the first quarter play. Chapel Hill has had the ball the entire time. Slot to the right side, man wide to this near side. Quarterback Burton stands there. He's going to back up. Looks like he's going to pass this time. He's going to throw it across the middle of the field, broken up at the 45.
Nice job by Alonzo Ogletree on the knockdown, as he was all in his just right up against him and was playing a technique football, just reached around and slapped the ball down. So it'll be 3rd and 7. Really the longest 3rd down attempt tonight on this first series by the Panthers. So Tigers really need to hold them for 4th down.
But they have brought them to 3rd down each time. That's why they're just turning up lots of time off the clock. Trips to the right side. Burton stands behind his center, about 6 yards back. Backs up, and he's going to pass the ball. Throws it, and it's picked off at the 35. They go and grab him, bring him down at the 40. But tremendous job by Alonzo Ogletree to pick another interception.
Hey, what a tremendous pressure the defensive front put on K.J. Burton, their quarterback, as they all came blitzing in. And he just, if you look at he just threw the ball up for grabs. Ill-advised, but was kind of hoping it would go for a sack. But as it turns out, we intercepted the football. But hey, if it had taken that sack and they had to punt the football, we may have been wind up being in about the same position anyway. So Tigers take over. Excellent field position.
If nothing else, we got the ball, and that's what we want. So Hudson will take it back up to pass on 1st down. Throws it, hit as he threw the ball.
There we go.
And it's going to fall falls incomplete.
No, Trey Williams is coming out of the backfield on a little roundabout, and the linebacker number 51 takes him out here in the flats. And as soon as the ball comes out of Hudson's hands, the linebacker just bumps Trey and really breaks his path up. So that's a 15-yard pass interference that they'll mark off from there.
So we start off the game with a 15-yard penalty.
It's almost like an inside wheel route. Is it Trey Williams took a step, hesitated, and then he just kind of came out around the wideout, because Thrash was definitely coming in toward the linebacking crew. So you only had a linebacker to take Trey Williams, so it was a little mismatch to start with.
8:10 left to go in the first quarter play. Tigers with the ball moving left to right. They're across the 50. Ball rests on the 45-yard line. Hudson takes it, going to pass again. Throws it, complete at the 40. Stopped at the 35. They're going to actually mark him back at the 37.
Well, let's see where the forward part. I guess they're going to mark him back. I would have set up to the 35.
I would too, but they're going to back him up. That was Thrash with the reception.
Well, I think he was still struggling to get away. At any rate, that's about an 8-yard gain. Should be 2nd and 2 for the Tigers.
Hudson with the back in the backfield with him. Trips to the left side. Thrash the wide out to this near side. Turn the ball, hand the ball off to Williams. Williams, great run across the 30 down to the 28.
Good job by Trey Williams. He takes the ball right behind, Colby Harry, along with Tyler Kitchens, and just right up the middle. He gets hit hard by the linebacker. He covers the ball up and was able to secure it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line of the Panthers. Go the Tigers.
And here we go. Fake to Williams. Complete pass at the 25. And that one's going to be complete to Mark Anthony Dixon.
Mark Anthony took the ball originally for about a 3-yard gain. Well, he starts running backwards, and he winds up. He'll pick up maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, that's
maybe
twice.
A yard. So from the 29 down to the 28, Jack.
That's twice that we've done that, kind of reversed our field and lost some yardage.
I think he was, rather than doing a spin move and trying to get away from the corner, he just started running backwards. So he probably won't do that again.
Joko wide to the far side. Man coming in motion to this near side. Toss it to him. He's going to have to reverse the field. He'll be brought down in the backfield.
Well,
and almost a face mask looked like, but that little busted play there back to the 36.
A little jet sweep, kind of a little razzle-dazzle. Rather than handing the ball off, Hudson just kind of flips it with both hands, just kind of flips it from his waist up in the air. and Mark Anthony Dixon takes the ball, but unfortunately Stephen Messer and Gabe Hubbard didn't do a very good job at blocking on the left side and just let the guys crash through, and we wound up losing about 8 yards on that. So you're looking at 3rd down and 18 for the Tigers.
We'll send Thrash wide to the far side. Actually, he'll be in the slot to the far side. Joko out there with him. Hudson going to be thrown out. He's going to throw the ball way down the field. A lot of pushing and shoving. Ball gets knocked down, and a flag late on that. Let's see who it's going to go against.
Okay, so there's a possibility it could go either way. Jarrell Smith was pushing as the ball was let go in the air. However, as the ball was coming down to him, the corners were really dragging Joko out of bounds, pushing him out of bounds.
There's 3 guys out there on him.
He was definitely triple team, but in
pass interference against them.
All right. Hey, you know what? We'll take it.
Keep on moving.
That pass interference now was with the ball was going to be caught inside the 5-yard line now on about the 2. So all the more reason for the corners to really be all over Jarrell Smith for that one. That'll bring the ball down to the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Actually, it will not. It'll still be 3rd down for the Tigers.
3rd down and about 3.
There's another flag on the play.
Let's see what we got here as you hear Chance get into the background.
Pardon me?
Got a sideline warning against Chapel Hill.
Well, I think the warning came from the aggravation from the Chapel Hill coaches on that call that was made just then.
Yeah, they're in the booth beside us, and they were not happy about that last call, that's for sure. Tigers look back over to the side. They tried the hard count. Did not. Chapel Hill get some good discipline there. Didn't bring them across. So Cody's going back up to pass. He's going to throw across the middle. Complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Jamari Thrash.
Thrash down the numbers, and he gets to about the 5-yard line and cuts it hard. The ball's waiting on him at the 1-yard line. A beautiful throw by Kobe Hudson. A beautiful catch by Jamari Thrash. And that touchdown comes with 5:46 remaining in the 1st quarter. Your Tigers up 6-0.
Beautiful route by Jamari. He just 2 guys were in the middle there, so really Kobe could have gone to either one. So Martinez now to attempt a point after touchdown.
Now you'll hear the student section, Jack, holler, Helson, Helson.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers with 5:46 left to go the 1st quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back. About 2.5-minute drive for the Tigers. It goes into the end zone with a great pass completion from Kobe Hudson to Jamari Thrash. Now the Tigers will be kicking off. 5:46 left to go here in the 1st quarter. Helson Martinez steps up. Ball rests on the 40. He makes the kickoff. It's going to hit down. Actually be taken at about the 12 up to the 20. 25 back to this near side. Fakes cutting up the middle. And now we're going to grab him back at the 24. And a good single effort by the Tigers on that one.
Austin Whitley, what a great tackle. He gets up all fired up. The coaches are loving it as he played his lane just perfectly. Pulls up on about the 24-yard line and just makes a nice open field tackle by Austin Whitley. Good job, the Tigers.
You know, that's one of those places where coaches see the hustle. And if you maintain your lane, make a big hit like that, it's going to make them happy in film session and give you another chance to be on the field.
That's why you got those marks on the – you don't get a participation medal around here, Ribbon.
No.
You had to earn them. And as a sophomore, I think he might have earned him a little mark on his helmet tonight.
5-man front for the Tigers. Actually going to walk a linebacker up to make it 6. Very, very tight. Looking for them to run the ball again. They do. Nice blocking on their part. Get across the 25, down to about the 27-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark it right at the 30.
You know, you just mentioned when you bring up 8, 9 guys in the box, that's the chance you take, and the hole was hit so quick that it picks up about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3 as the ball's resting just over the 30-yard line. Plenty of Tigers had a hand on him, but this kid is strong, Jack, number 2, their tailback.
Yeah, he is.
He just drags them with him as he goes.
Burton and the Chapel Hill Panthers. Burton going to run the ball, turns to the inside, and he's going to be hit right at the 35. He'll get enough for the first down.
Alonzo Ogletree from his strong safety position is coming up, and yeah, I'm just looking at Alonzo. He's probably 5'8", 5'9". Looks like he might wrestle at 138 pounds. And K.J. Burton, big, thick quarterback, just will come at you and just lower the boom on you. And Ogletree makes a nice open field tackle. He does, however, get the first down for the Panthers, and that'll put the ball over the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Taking their time in the huddle. 11 seconds left to go before the play clock turns. Slot receiver to the right side, a man wide to this near side. Burton calls for it. A little bumping in the backfield. They cut back inside. Good tackle by the Tigers on the part that time by Jatavian Smith.
Just their small tailback, Jack, number 4, came out of the H-back position. He's kind of sitting outside the tight end, and he kind of moves in motion across the face of the quarterback. The quarterback hands it off, and instead of doing the short side of the field, get to the outside over here by the Tiger coaches, he decides to plant it and turn it upfield where a host of Tigers are waiting on him, and he gains maybe 1 yard.
If they gave him that, it looks more like a foot. Amani Davis is that young man's name. Slot receiver back to the right side. They'll roll the wing to this near side. Burton waits for it, takes the snap, back to pass, got some pressure. He's going to flush him out. He's going to throw it way down the field. We're beat, but he misses the ball. Oh, but we were beat back in the backfield that time.
You know, Jack, I believe as Jace Godwin was running right behind their wideout, he was a step off the pace. He was probably saying a prayer, and because the quarterback, K.J. Burton, threw it up on a wing. So I guess you call that a wing and a prayer, and it came to our to answered as that was an incomplete pass. But, wow, Jace Godwin he got behind Jace by a step. You know that. Woo.
Yeah, well, that boy's got some long legs, that's for sure. Rise up defense, says the big sign. 3:46 left to go in the first quarter play. Chapel Hill trying to get back across the 50 again. Ball rest right now on the 37.
7-0 your score. Tigers up.
Trips to the right side. Burton back to pass again. A lot of pressure quick. They throw a little across the middle, but well read at the 42. That's Tyree Carlisle.
You know, he's a left-handed quarterback. Did a really nice job at reading the little hook pass, about 8 yards in hook pass. They're going to be 4th down and 5, maybe 4th and 4. But you're right. Carlisle comes in on a very effective defensive stance. So that's the second time. Actually, an interception last series. So Thrash will move back on about the 25-yard line to receive this punt.
Tigers watching it. Now they'll back up. There's a snap. Steps up. He gets it off. Thrash has to step up. He's going to take it. He's going to run with it. Back to this near side. Great block to free him up at the 30. Cuts back. We're going to bring this one back a little bit, though. That's at the 35. We had one great block, but then we had one in the back.
Yeah, it was a what I would call a knuckleball punt. It did not go over end. It did not spiral. It just kind of flat and just like a knuckleball floats through the air as it comes out of a pitcher's hand. Thrash was able to pick it up off the turf, but unfortunately some bad blocking and blocking the back is going to wind up taking the Tigers even go back a little bit further.
So 2 penalties tonight for Chapel Hill, both 15-yarders. Here's a big one for the Tigers. That'll mark us all the way back down near the 15. In fact, actually on the 14, that's where we'll have it 1st and 10. You need to cut the mic off of the official as he cleared his throat in it there for everybody.
Yeah, they'll start this series on the 14-yard line, guys, with 2:58 left in the first quarter of play.
So here comes Kobe. Stands behind his center. Twins to this near side, a man wide left. Turns, and he's going to hand the ball off in the backfield. And they do a good job of reading us out there. We might get back to the 15, maybe a yard on that one, 2nd and 9.
Well, if you go back to that play, Carlisle was back maybe 8 yards deep in the backfield. Now, you know, my first thought is, was that planned? Because if so, the reason you get way back is you try to open up and see the field a little bit better. But the Chapel Hill Panthers did a good job at standing our offensive line straight up and really gained half a yard maybe up to the 15-yard line.
Just a 4-man front for Chapel Hill. Kobe Going to swing it out, and it's going to be missed. Carlisle was in the backfield. A little swing pass for him as he was going out to the left side. It falls incomplete.
We're going to have either this is all in the area of either holding, or we have illegal formation with the offensive lineman maybe in the backfield, or maybe we've had a personal foul on the quarterback. Any one of those could possibly happen.
Holding against us. So that's 2 penalties on us tonight. 4 on the game so far if you're keeping score, and I am.
We got to go to match last week's.
I ran out of legal pad last week, that's for sure. So 2:19 left to go here in the first quarter play. Tigers leading 7-0 over Chapel Hill.
They've yet to reset the. Here we go.
Okay, they declined the penalty. So 3rd down. I don't know if I would have made that choice, but that's okay.
It'll be 3rd and 9 for your Tigers. Ball's resting on the 15-yard line.
We got a couple of 3rd and 9 plays out there. Just throw it to Jarrell, right? Williams will be the back of the backfield. Back up to pass. He's looking at the field, throws it across the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete. Had a man there, but a lot of white jerseys too.
Thrash was down on about a 18-yard, 20-yard slant route, and he was there. He was between the free safety and the strong safety, just out of his reach. He kind of wished he had that ball back because we're so used to seeing that, Jack and fans. We're so used to seeing that type of ball being completed. So the Tigers, on their second set of possessions, did not score TD. So right now it's only 7-0. Your Tigers up.
Tigers look to punt the ball away now. We call for it. Step up. Get the kick off. Not a bad kick at all as it bounces and takes a nobody bounce at about the 49-yard line. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station as we reset 7-0 in favor of the Tigers on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football timeout on the field. 2:02 left to go in the first quarter of play. 7-0 is your score at homecoming 2018. We'll let you listen to some of those festivities through the voice of Chance Giddens, and all the folks will be reading off all that in just a little bit. That'll be an exciting time for a lot of young people, a lot of pretty people, a lot of folks dressed up for this.
I just had, and I swear, though Miss Calton at Troup High School just came up. She said, I feel out of place tonight. I'm normally at home listening to you and Jack on the radio, and you guys are sounding real good, but I think she's stalking me on the sidelines because she still likes to hear what we say.
So here they come. Quarterback going to keep the ball. Nice fake in there, but it's well read by the Tigers. Going to bring him down after a gain of about 6. That's Kevin Martin making that tackle. Good to see Kevin out there tonight.
Yeah, Kevin had been a little banged up. Didn't get a chance to practice Monday and Tuesday, but comes out tonight, and you know, he's a senior, so he wants every bit of it. But you're right. Nice fake by K.J. Burton there on a jet sweep. He pulls it, takes it right up between the guard and tackle for about 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. The ball's resting on the Troup Tigers' 41-yard line.
Near the left hash, and here we go. They'll send twins to this near side, and a timeout called by Chapel Hill. They didn't like the formation they had. They take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 7-0 is your score right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Tigers leading 7-0 over Chapel Hill here in this first, the first game, Greg, as we get into region play for both teams. Chapel Hill makes their way back to the line of scrimmage. Pistol set for them. Quarterback take it. He drops the ball. He turned to hand it off to his tailback. His tailback was already through the hole before he could make the handoff.
Yeah, it was, you hate it when you call a timeout, no matter who you are, and you come back out on the field and you have a busted play like that, you wind up losing yards. So that'll make it 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers. A good crowd here tonight. I finally was able to get it back and take a look at the home crowd, and typical homecoming crowd where our side is packed. And, we've got a decent crowd on the Chapel Hill side. They're 4-0. They travel pretty good tonight.
Once again, the ball gets back to the backfield quicker than they're ready for it. And, wow, there's a big hit by Alonzo.
Ogletree simply is coming off this corner position. He reads it well. He sees the quarterback turn upfield. He's not going to throw the football. He leaves his man, comes in, and makes a great hit, open field tackle for after a 2-yard gain. Be 4th down and 4 for Chapel Hill. And, they're sitting over here debating, do they punt it? Because, they're on the Tigers' 42-yard line. Do they try to coffin corner, or do they just try to go for it? So I think they're taking enough time with 17 seconds on a play clock still ticking. So they got to make a decision, Jack.
Well, the punting team has not come out. They're going to have to call a timeout, Greg, because it's down to 9-8, and nobody's doing anything.
Well, you're right. They'll let the clock run as far as they can, and then they'll call a timeout.
Actually, they let the quarter end. So that's the end of the first quarter of play. 7-0 is your score. Favor the Troup High School Tigers. Let's take 60 seconds back to the station. Listen to some of our fine sponsors as you're listening to the Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
At Holmes Pharmacy, we offer low-price generics whenever possible. So if you want to go to a great pharmacy, come on in and you'll be dealing with the best. Holmes Pharmacy. And we have a great selection of diabetic supplies and a good selection of over-the-counter medications as well. Holmes Pharmacy now with 3 locations, Hamilton, LaGrange, and now in Sawmill inside the Piggly Wiggly grocery store.
Take the deal and run. Come on, take the deal and run.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brunswick stew, is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use their convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as they're ready to get things started out there. So both teams are still trying to get themselves lined up. Chapel Hill hasn't decided yet where they're going to punt or where they're going to run the ball.
Little chess match going on, Jack. The Chapel Hill Panthers came out and lined up on a little tight formation, and Glisson and his crew standing there ready to call a timeout, which is what they did. Now they're regrouping because Chapel Hill had no intention of punting.
Well, we'll see if that's actually the case. If you're right, they may come back out there and change their minds again.
Well, with 4th and 4, there's always that chance you're going to try to draw the Tigers off sides, and the Tigers have been pretty disciplined on defense.
Back to the line of scrimmage comes Chapel Hill. They're lined up as if they're going for it right now. So we'll watch Burton. He'll set up with a back just to his left. He'll step up, go under center. And we're showing a blitz. And they're not going to snap the ball. He'll back up now. 9 seconds of the play clock. Chapel Hill still hasn't snapped the ball. Tigers, great discipline here on this play. 1, and it looks like they're going to take a delay of game, Greg.
Well, they're going to do that because that was their intention, to try to draw the Tigers off sides with their little shenanigans. But what happens is, and then they're comfortable. The ball's sitting on the 42-yard line, so they take a penalty, back it up, and then they'll punt the ball and force the Tigers to return the punt. So in all likelihood, their punter had that knuckleball punt, which actually is the quarterback. So you always got to be aware of a fake punt when you got your quarterback back there that does the punting. But at any rate, Jamari Thrash is going to back up to about the 15-yard line. Maybe he's standing on the 16.
Gets a little side kick off. Jamari's going to pick it up, and he's going to be swarmed there at about the 15. And again, reverse kind of a wrestling takedown all the way back to the 10, but they're going to give him up to the 14.
Yeah, he was trying to weave his way up through the center of the field, but too many Chapel Hill Panthers in there trying to pursue him and make the tackle. He picks the ball up. It's kind of a side leg kick, if you will, by the quarterback, and not a knuckleball this time as the ball is end over end over end, which is the toughest to catch. And Thrash was able to catch it on about the 14, and that's about where he was tackled. So the Tigers looking at 86. You know, the last time they had possession, Jack, they took over on the 14. So they'll start again on the 14, 2 possessions in a row.
Maybe this is our lucky yard line. Hudson takes it, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, got some pressure, slings it out there complete after a gain of about 3, still on his feet, and he's going to get about 4 yards out of it, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, he it's just as Hudson takes the snap from the shotgun position, rolls out to his right, and the coach is over here saying, let's go, let's get high tempo, and he throws the ball out. They're going to give Thrash a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Cubby will take the snap, fake the handoff, swing it out here to the near side, and we got some running room to the 30, down the sideline to the 50. That's Jarrell Smith. He's gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers.
From the 18-yard line, an 82-yard touchdown reception by Jarrell Smith. Just a little flare out in the flats, and a nice stalk block by, I want to say, Jamari Thrash to open him up. Wasn't Thrash? Joko Willis. Sorry. Thanks, Kevin Eckelberry. Joko Willis, nice stalk block. Jarrell hit the sidelines, and he was gone. You know, Jack, we talked about it earlier. When you need 37-plus yards, who do you go to?
Well, his yards after catch, his yak, is amazing because he caught that ball in the backfield and then flew down the field.
Officially, it'll go as an 82-yard touchdown reception that'll add to the Kobe Hudson's totals.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0. Tigers over Chapel Hill with 11:03 left to go here in the first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium as the Tigers are leading 14-0 at homecoming 2018.
You know, as they kick off, Kevin and I were talking, Eckelberry that is, hey, if Joko hadn't have made that stalk block, it would have been 15 yards at best. And also, Jack, as you mentioned, that would have been if he hadn't have caught the ball in the backfield, that would have gone as a lateral and a fumble. So good technique and good execution by the Tigers.
Martinez hits it down to the 10, up to the 20 they go, and then bucked at the 25. Nice coverage by the Tigers of the Panthers.
Devin Hill's on the tackle. He's just flying down the field. I'll tell you what, Coach G every week is so impressed with number 13, Devin Hill, as he is an all-around great football player. He'll give you 100% every time, as most of the Tigers do. But you know, you're always going to have one or two guys that stand out, and Devin Hill is one of those guys.
Ball rests now on the 25-yard line. That's where Chapel Hill will have the ball. 1st and 10. They'll huddle on the sideline and then make their way back out onto the field. The quarterback, K.J. Burton, we've talked a lot about him. He's a threat to run and also throws the ball well downfield. A left-handed quarterback, a little more deceptive. Not something that the guys are used to seeing. He'll stand there. He'll have his tailback to his left. Roll a man back to the far side, turn and just pass the ball quickly downfield. And nothing there, so 2nd down.
Yeah, his tailback was just on a little sweeping motion side to side from the Troup High side over to the Chapel Hill side, and all Burton did was just take the snap and just quickly throw it out to him. But what excellent coverage by number 29, Jace Godwin, who's only a sophomore. Boy, he did. He learned some hard lessons last year, and those lessons have paid off for Godwin, as twice tonight he's been all over the wideout.
Panthers break the huddle, trips to this near side. Quarterback with the back of the backfield with him. He'll back up to pass. Big rush by the Tigers. Throws it, and that falls incomplete as well.
He's knocked down in the backfield by the Tigers just as he lets go. But you're right, Jack. He was trying to go out. He was doing an out route about 35 yards down the field, and that pass fell short, maybe 15 yards short. And I want to say Tyree Carlisle, who's a corner on the opposite side of the field, over toward the Chapel Hill sidelines, saw it was going to fall short, held up on his coverage and tried to go back and intercept it, but just couldn't quite get back to it.
So here they come once again. Back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback going to roll out, throw it, and it's going to fall incomplete. And both guys were coming back. They just incidentally ran into each other. No flag on the play.
Yeah, you can
it's
see
a good no call.
You can see the coaches on the Chapel Hill side, because it happened right in front of them. You can see them wanting to say, well, wait a minute, but they both slipped down as they was heading back. Uncatchable ball. So not very impressed with Burton's throwing ability, especially the deep ball on that one, on that series, Jack.
Yep. Under a lot of pressure. The Tigers have really been pinning him in.
Stuart Smith said, happy birthday, Jack.
Tell Stuart I said appreciate it.
He's going to come up and handcuff you, boy.
No. He and I can talk about a lot of things, but no, we're not going to do handcuffs. I'm going to try to stay out of that. There's the kick. Pretty good kick, bounces, and we're going to kind of let that one go. Takes a Panther bounce down to the 26-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it. 1st and 10 with 10:26 left to go here in the first half of play. We'll keep it here. Greg, you got a lot of folks running up and down the sideline around you with Echoberry and Stewart. Make sure everything's going on right down there. I imagine got folks getting ready for halftime already.
Well, you got to. There's a ton of people here, and Coach Glisson said last week. I said something about the interferences, if you will. He said, hey, that's for the fans in the stands, and they're about to see they're seeing a well of a ball game so far from the Tigers.
Here come the Tigers. Kobe. He fakes a pass, rolls to his right, throws it, and it's going to go down the field, complete at the 49, and as wide open as you've ever seen a receiver. Down to the 21 play, 1 touchdown for the Troup High School Tigers.
Wow, what an individual effort by both Joko Willis and Kobe Hudson. Kobe Hudson had rolled out to his right side, going over toward the Chapel Hill. He actually threw the ball off of his back foot, threw it 40 yards into the air to a wide open Joko Willis, who had to sit there and wait on it. He catches the ball at the 35 or the 45-yard line of the Panthers and outruns everybody, as you can see it on the board. Nobody caught him.
It's like he was waiting for a train. He's just kind of sitting there. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 21-0 with 10:09 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back. The temperature's down to about 78 out on the field, but boy, this is hot up in the stands. The Tigers are leading this one 21-0 in favor of the Tigers against Chapel Hill, as Helson Martinez will kick the ball off again from the 40-yard line. Nice kick, and it's going to be taken at the 15 this time, up to the 25, 30 across the middle of the field. A nice move by the running back. He'll be taken down across the 50 to the 40-yard line. So a little spark for Chapel Hill.
Well, I don't know that Helson Martinez really, he tried. Now, we talked about that a few weeks ago, but the wideout got right up the middle, but Jabraylon Gooden wasn't going to let him go for that touchdown, as he had a nice angle on him. So now up 21-0 with 10 minutes to go until homecoming court shows up. The Tigers really kind of a pride thing on the line now. They really want to hold this Burton kid in check and all the Chapel Hill Panthers.
Well, it's the best field position Chapel Hill so far in this ball game.
That previous touchdown pass, again, not only just you guys need to have a highlight reel, but that was a 75-yard touchdown pass.
Gotta like it. Burton, coach to his left, back up the middle. Going to get about 4 out of that, 2nd and 6.
He is, you can just see him wanting to take over the ball game, and he is down on the field after a lot of the Tigers hit him hard. Now he's starting to get up, but wow, was he slow to get off the turf.
Taking a little bit there, as you mentioned, to get off. A lot of big hitting going on down there.
Well, you had Khalif Thornton and Andy Boykin on that side, along with Jeremiah Holston. And then you had big King Makuta that came in and kind of put the finishing touches on Burton, the quarterback, as he was going down. And he kind of stayed on the turf for a while. It took him a while to get up.
Now they went to the play in. Clock starts to tick down on the play clock. 9:43 left to go in the first half. 21-0 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. They'll send twins to this near side. Tigers showing blitz. High snap. They don't turn. This is not the regular quarterback. They're going to get, though, some good yardage up the field. The 17's the quarterback. Let me get you that name real quick, Greg. That's Jamari Hester.
Yeah, he was one of the backup quarterbacks in pregame, and the snap was high. He looks like he was confused as to who to hand it to, and a host of tacklers, including Jeremiah Holston and Jatavian Smith was in on the tackle, and it'll be 3rd down and a long 3 for the Panthers as the ball's resting on the Tigers' 31-yard line.
As Greg mentioned, 3rd down and 3. Twins to this near side. The pistol set for the quarterback. He's back in there. Handoff. Wow, he's hit hard. But second effort gets across the 30. Well, and actually, they're not going to give him a very good spot.
No, his knee actually went down on about the 29-yard line. He stretched it. He was trying to stretch it down to about the 26, Jack. But
this is 4-down territory for them, Greg, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think you're right. The last time they were here, they had the quarter ended, and then they came back out in a bunch formation, trying to draw the Tigers off sides. Didn't work. Came back out a second time. Still didn't work. Had to wind up punting the football.
And they jump off sides. Back them up 5.
But you know what, though? We may have a timeout by Glisson on the sidelines, which he's looking back at the side judge, grinning, saying, yeah, I know I missed that one.
Oh, we called the timeout before the offsides call?
Yeah, and they're waving the flag off. So,
oh, my goodness. Okay. All right, well, let me mark that off my sheet here. I was keeping up. Let's take a quick 30 seconds back to the stations. The Tigers leading 21-0 on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Yeah, I don't know if they were trying to ice the play there, but the Tigers called a timeout right as that one was taking place. So Chapel Hill, they're going for it, 4th and 1. Tigers, they put 6 men on the line of scrimmage, handoff in the line. They'll get the first down across the 30 to about the 27, Greg.
Well, I tell you, if they give him the first down, it'll be by the length of a football. It's by the length of a football. So wow, Tigers almost held them on that 4th and short.
We haven't moved the chains yet. Now they go.
The referee did signal first down. It'll be on the 27.5-yard line. That's where the Panthers will begin their next set of downs.
A little moving around in the backfield. They really don't have their line set. Looks like the quarterback's going to change things. Takes it, turns, hands off, going right off tackle. Actually cuts back inside. Only about a yard on that one, 2nd and 9.
He that big tailback, and I just like to see him take that ball out of the quarterback's hands because, man, he just is a missile up through that center of the offensive line, and Andy Boykin met him at the line of scrimmage, and he picked up maybe a half a yard. So you're talking about two big studs hitting each other straight up. So that's mano-y-mano, and it'll be second down and call it 9.5 for the Panthers.
They break the huddle. Twins to this near side. Tailback will step to the right side of the quarterback. There's the snap. Back up pass. Wade, look for the pass down the field. He throws it towards the end zone. Jump ball, and it's going to fall incomplete.
You know, excellent coverage by Tyree Carlisle, Jack. But, you know, they tipped it up. It's almost like a tip drill. That ball hung in the air after the tip that Jace Godwin tried to make a beat on it to intercept the football and almost did it.
Go ahead, Greg.
No, that was in the corner, the back corner of the end zone. So one of the few times that Chapel Hill has been able to throw it into the end zone, Jack.
They break their, actually don't really huddle. Just kind of hang out back there. And here they come. Back up to the line of scrimmage. Burton calls for it. Back to pass again. Got some pressure. Goes to his left, throws it, and it's going to fall incomplete at the 19. Nick, the pressure just was keeping him from doing anything, Greg.
Yeah, you're right. The Tigers were, I was going to say, it was intended for number 21. Nick Ligon was all on him, but at the same time, the Tigers were putting so much pressure on him that I think Chapel Hill, we talked about their competitive games against Noonan and Stars Mill. I think maybe this half at least, they've probably seen, okay, now we understand why the Tigers, everybody talking about the Tigers so far this year, that, hey, they've got a pretty good ball team.
21-0 is your score. 6:54 left to go here in the first half. Once again, back to pass is Burton. Burton hit as he throws the ball. And a nice pass broken up in the last minute, and good closing speed by the Tigers.
You know, Tyree Carlisle, actually, it's almost like he played his man a little bit, let him get behind him, and the guy's number 6, his eyes, got real big because he was at about the 1 yard line. He's thinking, oh, man, I'm going to catch a touchdown pass. And out of nowhere, Tyree comes out, jumps up, and bats the ball away. Excellent coverage by Carlisle.
So the ball will be turned over on down, so the Tiger offense will make its way back on the field. Again, it was 4-down territory for Chapel Hill. They knew they had to just keep on rolling.
Of note, Hunter Bass is in the game tonight. He's been nursing an injured left ankle for a while.
Kobe back to pass again. Got a man in his face, rolls out, back up field, and he's got those great legs that he could do that with. Cuts at the 30, is brought down there after a gain of about 3, but good job of keeping from being sacked in the backfield.
That'll be a holding on the Tigers on about the 21.5-yard line, Jack, and that'll bring it back. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be repeating first down, so that'll go from the 21 back to the 11 as the Tigers have to do it again. Yeah, I just mentioned Hunter Bass. It wasn't Hunter Bass, but it was, I want to say it was either Jay Brody Messer. It was either 52 or 62, 62 being Colby Harry, the center. But I think it came from the backside, so that'll negate that on a really pretty good individual effort by Kobe Hudson.
So way back. Both teams with about 4 penalties each. It's much better than we were last week. Hudson calls for it. Turns. Ball's out. But was it batted away, Greg? I had trouble seeing. Was it batted away, or it just did he check his throw?
Wow. All I can say is wow. As Kobe reaches up and tries to pass the ball, it slips out of his hands, and he is surrounded by 2 Panthers. The ball falls on the ground. Kobe's being tackled. He reaches down to the ground and picks it up with his bare hands. If not, you're looking at Chapel Hill 1st and goal. Woo, what a great job by Kobe Hudson to take that ball back.
So now with his back into the end zone, hand off into the line, going around the right side, getting a little running room there, up across the 10 to about the 14-yard line. Still a lot of room to go. We got to get all the way across the 35 to the 37 for a first down.
But, you know, Jack, he was able to pick up about 8 hard yards then, coming really out of the backfield. So both Hudson and Williams were planted in the backfield on that play. It'll bring it out to the 13-yard line. As you said, still a long way to go.
Twins to this near side. Hudson alone in the backfield. Back into pass. Swings it out, and it's going to fall incomplete. Goes out of bounds. Intended for Smith.
It was going back to that previous touchdown pass to Jarrell Smith. Little flare out, but this time Hudson overthrew Smith. So the Tigers looks like they're going to take a timeout for a minute.
They take a timeout. We take one as well. 21-0 is your score with 5:11 left to go here in the first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as the teams are conferring on the sidelines still. 21-0 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. A lot of excited kids as we're getting close to halftime and the festivities that will come with that. You'll just have the one band on the field. Of course, as the Troup High School Tiger Band will be playing the music for that. The Chapel Hill Band just playing in the stands tonight.
Yeah, we had some confusion from both sidelines on the previous session, Jack, as we broke the commercial. I miscalled it and said the timeout, but Coach was really trying to call a very quick huddle play on the sidelines. As it turned out, we had a player that didn't quite make it back on the field in time, so Coach was a little bit aggravated and had to call another timeout.
But it's all working out now, so here we go. Our punter stands back on the 5, a little bit low, steps up, gets the ball off. And it's going to bounce at just short of the 50. Actually, now rolls back across the 50 to the 48-yard line, down to the 47. So good job of getting us about 50 yards out of the hole.
And Dixon was standing on the goal line, and we let a couple of Panthers get through on the outside. He looks up. He had to hurry his kick up. Turned out to really be about a 52-yard punt. Not from the line of scrimmage, but from the time it left his foot.
Chapel Hill is going to huddle from the sideline once again. Now they're back on the field and they're ready to go. We'll get you a few scores from around the area when we come back in just a little bit. Back to pass is the quarterback, Burton. Burton going for it all, again down the sideline, and it's knocked down at the last minute. Actually, no, he intercepted the ball. Excuse me. Another great play by the Tigers. It looked like he knocked it down, but instead it is another interception, this time for Tyree Carlisle.
Yes, Jack, Tyree just set him up again, and the quarterback threw it about as far as he's going to throw it. Tyree came up, jumped up right at the last second, took it down, tried to get away from the receiver at that time, could not do so. Tigers will take over with 4 minutes and 49 seconds left to go into halftime. Already up 21-0. They'll take over on the 12-yard line. So they've got, 88 yards to pay dirt.
You know, speed kills, Greg, and that time it did at that time. As you mentioned, I think Tyree kind of let him get behind him a little bit just so he can show how quickly he can close to the ball.
You may be right. I'm just guessing now, but it sure seems like it.
Hudson, once again in the shadow of his end zone. Will take the snap, turn, hand off right into the middle. That's Williams, I think, across the 20. Still on his feet to the 30. So about a 15, 20-yard run. And actually, is that Williams? Or that's Carlisle?
No, that's Trey Williams.
It's Trey, excuse me.
He right up behind Colby Harry and Gabe Hubbard, along with J. Brody Messer from the center position, picked up about 22-yard lines. So we got a flag coming from the Chapel Hill sideline.
Maybe another sideline call. Actually, there's a flag on this side, too.
Well, it could be either encroachment or motion.
Well, we weren't actually at the ball yet.
Illegal substitution by Chapel Hill.
Okay, so that gives us 5 more. We'll take that.
So that was a 20-yard pickup by Trey Williams, all the way from the 12 out to the 32.
And he was hit at the line of scrimmage, too, Greg.
That's true, and he broke through several tackles. So Trey wanting to prove himself tonight, too.
Back to pass is Kobe. Lots of time. Throws it across the middle, and that'll fall incomplete.
You know, I'm just sitting here with Kobe, and Joko's on it. He's double-teamed, but he's down on about a 45-yard slant route. And Kobe just, it looks like he either expected him to be shorter I mean, closer to him because he just didn't throw that football with the kind of zip that he normally does.
It was a little nonchalant as he threw the ball across the middle. Hudson calls for it, turns, hands the ball off to Williams. Williams makes a man miss, cuts back inside, running with some reckless abandon there to the 42.
You know, excellent individual effort as he was hit in the backfield by almost a shoestring tackle. But we may have holding against Michael Irvin as Michael was blocking his defensive tackle way outside, and that's where the direction of the flag was going to. So Michael's he's pointing to his chest like, me? So that'll back the Tigers up 10, bring them back to the 26-yard line. It was actually out to the 36 on the previous penalty by Chapel Hill on the illegal substitution.
Carlisle will be in the backfield this time.
You know, seemed like it was 4 minutes and 59 seconds a while ago. It's only 4:13, so it's been a long minute, Jack.
It has. Trips to this near side. Carlisle in the backfield with Hudson. Chapel Hill showing blitz. And Carlisle gets the call. He's across the 35, very quickly hitting the hole, gets to the 38-yard line, brings up third down.
I like the challenges that Trey Williams and Tyree Carlisle have issued each other from the backfield. It's like which of us can run the hardest.
Both of them are doing a tremendous job. Only a four-man front as the handoff is again going to go into the line of scrimmage to the 40. It's going to be short of the first down, so fourth down now and about 2.
You know, that's when Hudson, he rode him almost a little too long, and I don't know if he just couldn't get it away from Tyree or if he truly tried to get it to him. But I believe if he'd have pulled that one, it would have been a first down.
They jump off sides. We get the 5. Boy, how many times, Greg, has that worked? I'm just so proud of the way our guys don't allow that play to get away from us. But just quickly to the line of scrimmage, it looks like we're going for it, and then they jump off sides.
Tremendous discipline from Coach Manning down to his players, and that they practice this. And I'm sure after you do a ton of belly flops and push-ups, you don't want to jump off sides either.
No. And you know you'll be pointed out in the film session if you did. Kobe back once again. Hands off to his tailback. They stun inside and make a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. We'll lose a yard.
I believe, the coaches really want to see Carlisle and Williams kind of run the football and see what the offensive line can do here with 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go until the homecoming court appears. Tigers already up 21-0. You know, Jack, maybe we'll take the rest of this 2.5 minutes and push it on down and score another touchdown.
Wouldn't bother me at all. Kobe fakes the handoff, makes the pass complete to the 50. We'll go out of bounds there. That should stop the clock, and it does.
Thrash is he's a lone wideout far away on the Chapel Hill sidelines. He pushes it up about 7 yards, and he's able to pick it and go outside. They're going to give him 6. It'll be second down and 4.
Hudson calls for it, turns. Fakes the handoff, keeps the ball, gets the first down, still on his feet, down the right side, 30, 20, cuts back, goes out of bounds at about the 12-yard line, and great intellect, physical intellect on that young man to get all the way down the field.
You know what we were just talking about? Should he have given it to Tyree or pulled it? He decided to pull it, and you know what? He goes right up the gut of the defense, kicks it outside for about a 52-yard gain. As you said, just easily, casually walks it out of bounds about the 12-yard line.
Circling the Tigers once more. Williams stands in the backfield. Pass will be complete across the middle to Thrash. They grab his jersey. Need to get him a tearaway because he would have been in the end zone if he had one.
Well, you're talking old school now, Jack. Tearaway jersey.
You can get those at Mud Creek.
Yeah, we can make you a tearaway jersey for sure.
Tell you what, tonight my daughter, Caitlin, is wearing the Troup jersey you got for me as we're going to hand the ball off in the line again. The Tigers will get down to near the 5.
You know, that was a great individual effort by Trey Williams as he was really hit at the line of scrimmage, and he just kept those legs moving and dives over for about a 2-yard gain. Third down, and he still get a first down inside the 5 at about the 2.
I say we just score.
I'm with you. Trying to get Chapel Hill to jump off sides again.
Tigers look back, get the call. Hudson with Williams to his right. Takes the snap, turns, going to hand the ball off to Hudson. To Williams. Williams rolls inside the 5.
He gets down to the 1, Jack.
That may be enough for the first down, Greg. Let's see where they mark it.
They just rolled it over. It's 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Smith will go over to the right side in the slot. Actually, now they'll reverse that.
Hey, I've met the number 1 color guy down here. His name is Brad.
B-Rad?
Your brother's on the sidelines.
Uh-oh. A timeout called on the field. They take. I said, let's just keep it here with 1:10 left to go.
Well, you know, we talked about, Jack, using that whole 3 minutes up, and the Tigers are trying to do just that. It is 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, so do you take 3 plays to get in? No, you can go ahead and shove it in if you can. 21-0, already up on Chapel Hill Panthers here at homecoming 2018. A lot of excitement on the sidelines, both from the football players and in the stands from the fans, not only about the football game, but about what's about to happen here at homecoming.
Tell my brother that he could come sit in the booth in the air conditioner if he needs to.
Well, I think he's doing a little politicking out here. I don't really think he wants to be up here with you, Jack.
Well, yeah, that seems to be the case.
He said not at all. I'm not going to say that. Brother to brother, I'm telling you.
Tell him it's my birthday. He needs to be nice to me.
It's his birthday. You need to be nice to him. Okay, he'll be civil.
All right. Here come the Tigers. 1:10 left to go. And Kobe's going to reverse back the other way, throw it across the middle.
Wow.
And into the end zone for a touchdown. And, wow.
He is just all over it here. And all of a sudden, he just slings it off his back leg. 3 Chapel Hill defenders are just standing at all. And I believe they're watching Hudson just run around, and they weren't paying attention. And Joko Willis is standing in the middle of them and just catches the reception for a touchdown.
Nobody. I think they thought he was just going to throw it on the back of the end zone.
You may be right, but Joko was – you always got checkoffs, and that's what he was doing. He knew where his receivers should be. 27-0, your score.
Martinez actually gets it up, and it goes in. 28-0 here in the first half of play. 1:03 left to go. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
At Holmes Pharmacy, we're ready to make you feel right at home and do it with very competitive prices. So if you're looking for a pharmacy that cares and price still matters, look no further than Holmes Pharmacy. It's time to go to a pharmacy that really cares about you. Holmes Pharmacy, now with 3 locations, Hamilton, LaGrange, and now in Sawmill inside the Piggly Wiggly grocery store.
Come on, take the deal and run. Come on, take the deal and run.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back. As the Tigers, I'll tell you, Helson Martinez is going to be sore and tired tomorrow. As many times he's had to kick off and kick extra points. 1:03 left to go. He'll step back. The play's been whistled in. He'll get the kick off this time. A little shorter than before, to the 20, up to the 30, across the middle of the field, and hit actually by one of his own players and kind of ran into a guy blocking. He'll get to the 30, and that's where Chapel Hill will have it 1st and 10.
Nice hang time there by Martinez. He didn't get it quite as deep, but when you're trying to achieve hang time and you got a leg like him, not necessarily a Carson Rafer from last year, but it's not gonna go as deep. But again, it allows your offensive. Your pursuit team or your kickoff team to really cover fast. 55 seconds left until halftime. Your Tigers up 4 touchdowns, 28-0.
Chapel Hill back to the line of scrimmage. They huddle on the sideline to come back out. Takes the handoff. Takes the snap and hands the ball off to the left side. We're going to get him after he gets a gain of about 2, maybe 3.
So it looks like we've got some subs in. We got Monty Hall, number 49. We got Royce White, number 40, in on the defensive line. We've also, I want to say, got Jordan Adams in on the defense. He's relieving Khalif Thornton. So a lot of guys. We talked earlier. How do you build that depth, Jack? What do you do for next year? Well, that's what you're doing right now. You get these guys some significant field time.
You put the young ones right next to the starters. High snap. Quarterback going to keep it across the middle. Gets to the 36-yard line, short of the first down. Brings up third down.
Nice tackle by Jatavian Smith. What a and of course Khalif's not in there right now. If y'all might have heard the PA announcer, but that's halftime.
What a tremendous job the Tigers have done tonight, taking on a team that everyone has been talking about in the top 10, has rolled over 100 points on the season in 4 games, and didn't scare the Tigers at all. It's 28-0 is our score here at halftime.
Let me see if I can get something. If he's out there looking at Nick Ligon and he's pointing, so and Coach maybe have to go out and find out what's going on. But Nick standing out all by himself. He said, "Come on over. Let's see." I think maybe somebody stole his chin strap. I'm not for sure. If I can get a word with him, fine. If I can't, that'll work too.
All right, Coach, just step it over to Greg real quick.
All right, here we go. Coach, assess the first half for us.
I thought we played with very little energy, and so maybe we'll come out in the second half, I don't know, and play a little bit better, but we just played like we're a little flat, like we're dead, and we better get things together because that's not a bad football team, but we don't feel like we don't have any life, so we better look deep down and try to come up with a little energy in the second half.
I understand. Hey, I hear what he's saying, but if they're playing with no life and are up 4 touchdowns, wow.
Wow, indeed. Let's take another break. Guys, we're going to go back to the station and let you hear from some of our sponsors, guys. Well, it's a nice long break here as we are leading right now 28-0 if you're the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
At Holmes Pharmacy, we're ready to make you feel right at home and do it with very competitive prices. So if you're looking for a pharmacy that cares and price still matters, look no further than Holmes Pharmacy. It's time to go to a pharmacy that really cares about you. Holmes Pharmacy, now with 3 locations, Hamilton, LaGrange, and now in Sawmill inside the Piggly Wiggly grocery store.
Come on, take the deal and run. Come on, take the deal and run.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Hey, it's T-O-double-D, Todd Parrish with Kill LaGrange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KillLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Stop number 110917. Price plus tax, sack, and title. See Key of LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. It's the homecoming courts about to get going. We'll let you hear from a little bit of that. Let me give you a few scores of local interest. Central in Carrollton leading 10-3 over LaGrange. LaGrange with a field goal in that game. Tigers 28-0 here against Chapel Hill. Cartersville taking on Cedartown. That's a pretty big ball game. They're at halftime. 14-13, Cedartown trailing Cartersville. So they're playing well in that ball game. I kind of wish them luck, as it wouldn't bother me to see them fall in this contest. See if we can take a look at a couple other scores real quick as I run through my phone here. Let's take a look. There we go. Bremen right now, my goodness gracious, actually that was earlier, 79-0. Heard County is beating Spencer right now, 21-0 tonight. Callaway all over Temple as we expected, 35-0 as well. Greg has come up to cool off a little bit. And
I figured if your brother wouldn't come up, I'd come up for him.
Well, I appreciate that. But,
Yeah,
real quick, Greg, as we'll listen to, so they've got some underclassmen coming in.
Right.
We'll listen to the big folks in a minute. I think what you said was well intentioned. That the coaches talk about lack of effort and just not a lot of fire in their bellies tonight. But they're up 28-0.
Right.
But also they're up at 28-0. 2 of them were just big plays, and 2 of them were nice drives. But
Yes.
also we've had some interceptions. Actually, 2 interceptions on the night. The penalties are down. Maybe not the energy coach wants to see, but we are playing some really good discipline football. One of the big plays to me was as we were looking at 4th down and probably about 3.5, and we caused them to jump off sides, got us the 1st down without having to get any extra effort there. So I've been pleased with what the guys are doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've had, it's hard to play that perfect ball game, but anything is an improvement over last week.
Oh my goodness gracious!
So many flags, but as you pointed out, I've been down on the sidelines, and I think the energy level is when it started, I felt a little bit uneasy, but as we got into the ebb and flow, I realized, you feel from a fan standpoint, and I shared that comment that Coach had made. These guys didn't know he'd made it, but a lot of times the coaches, they're wanting to play it down. He was aggravated. He was coming off the sideline. Something had just happened, and when you're a type A like Coach Glisson, you're always looking for as close to perfection as you can get. You're always looking to improve each and every play, and the fans love that, and we love that about him. But when I shared that, they just kind of roll their eyes. But bottom line is, you never want to talk, until the season's over.
Right.
Hey, you know what? Hey, we got this, or we're doing this. You just want to kind of downplay it. But I think it's a good sign when you can hit the field and under somewhat adverse conditions, when you've had a week, you've had some injuries on both sides of the football, Jack, and you've had really a short practice. You have a lot of distractions throughout the week, with each day's a dress-up day, and then you got to worry about who's participating in King and Queen, and I don't know that he's allowed any football players to participate this year. I think last year that happened, but they were able to escort.
What, Montez the King last year?
He was. They were able to escort in the gymnasium yesterday when they were practicing. I understand the football players, a couple of them who were on the court, or at least were going to be on the court, were able to escort them. But very quickly, coaches came up and said, all right, let's go to practice. And so, I think all in all, when you can put a football team on the field and be aggravated with them, but still be up 4 touchdowns, I think that's probably a pretty good sign.
Well, it is, Greg, and it's a sign. I hate, especially Auburn fans, I hate to go Saban on you, but you never see them happy.
No, you're right.
They'd be up, 49-0. Oh, we didn't play with any intensity.
Yeah, that's true.
We're wiping folks out because you have an expectation that every play is going to go perfect.
Yeah.
And on the offensive side, if every play goes perfect, you score a touchdown. On the defensive side, if every play goes perfect, you get a 5-yard loss.
That's right.
So that's what he wants every time these guys hit the field. And Coach Glisson has a little bit of that in him. It has those high expectations, but really that's what your Valdostas, your LaGranges of the 80s and 90s, your Lowndes County, your Parkviews, all of those teams across Georgia that have played so well over the years, they've got that intensity, and they're looking for that in every play and everything that they do. Let's step aside for a little bit, and when we come back, we'll tell you more about what's going on here. 28-0 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers as you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
It is Take Home a Titan Truck Month at Nissan of LaGrange. Hey guys, Richard Cates here, General Manager of Nissan of LaGrange. It is time for you to get away from the norm and into the new Nissan Titan. With America's best truck warranty at 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper to bumper, there is no reason not to be at Nissan of LaGrange right now. It is time for you to be a Titan. Come see me at Nissan of LaGrange, where all of our Titans are $10,000 off for Titan Truck Month. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results. because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see
Okay.
or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey, we're back here at Callaway Stadium. 28-0. Your Tigers up over Chapel Hill Panthers here on homecoming night. You know, we entered this contest tonight, and during the pregame, Jack and I were talking about the accomplishments of Chapel Hill and their quarterback and their tailback and what they've done in their 4-0 record. And we were just a little bit concerned about kind of what happened. Don't let it happen to us, what happened to Sandy Creek a couple of years ago. And so far the Tigers have prevailed. They've come out and they've executed, had a lot fewer penalties than last week. And wow, 2 long touchdown passes by Kobe Hudson, one to Jarrell Smith and one to Joko Willis, is only half of those touchdowns. And just a nice little pass late in the second quarter on a huge scramble by Hudson. He throws it to the back of the end zone to Joko Willis to take us up 4 touchdowns. So, wow, what a great opportunity for the Tigers tonight. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to maybe find out what's happening here with who is the homecoming king and queen. But go back to about at least 60 seconds to maybe a couple minutes worth of commercials.
A Southern tradition since 1945, that's Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House. You can find them at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So when you're ready for lunch, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for meat, 2 vegetables, and a bread, dessert, and drink for only $7.29. That's a big lunch for a small price. So when you're ready for a delicious barbecue and only U.S. farm-raised catfish, make your way to 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange for Rogers Barbecue and Catfish House for a great meal.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Hey, it's T-O-double-D, Todd Parrish with Kia LaGrange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Stop number 110917. Price plus tax, second title. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as we're going to turn on the outside mics and let you listen to the last part of this as we have more of our representatives. As Nick Ligon was out there on the field, and he was announced king a few moments ago. Harrison Lawson also out there, escorted by Shannon Lawson. Neat folks. Jonathan Lawson, a friend of mine, was listening to us and want to know how things turned out there as his son was out there on the field. Well, we'll cut up the crowd mic and let you hear a little bit more of that.
With hopes of becoming a pediatrician. Tonight, she is escorted by her father. Next, we have Queen candidate Taylor Casey. Taylor is the daughter of Wayne and Joyce Casey. She is a member of the THS varsity soccer team, Key Club, Student Council, and Distinguished Young Women. She enjoys shopping, deer hunting, four-wheel riding, going to youth group, and volunteering in several community projects such as Children's Miracle Network and her church's Back to School project. Taylor plans to attend college and get a master's degree in either education or physical therapy. Tonight, she is escorted by her father. Indian Chief is our next Queen candidate. She is the daughter of Patricia James and Chico Chief. India is the THS Spirit Cheerleader and a member of Skills USA, the Pre-Med Club, and the Student Council. She enjoys shopping and acting. India plans on attending the University of Georgia to study biology and become a dental hygienist. Tonight, she is escorted by
Great crowd out here, folks. They're really enjoying these festivities right now. What?
Next is Queen candidate
Yes, Greg was just telling us something a bit ago. What was that you said? What was that you were saying about one of the young lady's brothers as a pitcher?
I'm getting worried. Yeah, Casey. Her last name is Casey. Her brother Garrett is a pitcher on the ball team. They're actually twins. So.
Next, we have Queen candidate.
Does she sneak out there and try to throw the ball every once in a while?
Well, I think she likes going fishing and riding four-wheelers and deer hunting. So she might. She might. She's on the soccer team, so.
Excuse me. Well, this is Troup High School, so you can expect there's some rural activities going on.
Yeah.
These kids enjoy those sorts of things.
You know, that's the second time I've heard one of these young ladies like shopping as a activity.
Well, do they like online shopping, or they like to actually go and do it?
Hey, you know, I'm with you.
Garden Brezick is our next Queen candidate.
As we're getting close to the end and getting the Queen, so we're going to have to take a break. We'll hear the end of that, and then we'll get you ready for the second half of play. As the Troup High School Tigers leading this one 28-0 right here on Eagle Sports.
Are you just another truck owner that blends in with all the other truck owners? If the answer is yes, then it's time for you to head to Nissan LaGrange. It is Take Home a Titan Truck Month. During this time, you have the opportunity to make a statement as a truck owner and take advantage of America's best truck warranty. The all-new Titan comes with a 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. This isn't some silly powertrain warranty. This is the real deal peace of mind that no other manufacturer is offering. So come see me, Richard Cates, at Nissan LaGrange and stand out from the crowd.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Graphics is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Graphics at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek's for all your sporting good needs.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School School Tiger football. Easy for me to say. As the Troup High School Tigers are taking on the Chapel Hill Panthers right now, we're at halftime, 28-0. In a moment, we'll have the announcement of our queen, and we'll let you know all about that real quick. Some other scores I want to give to you. If I find the right button on my phone to press. I love all the technology that is at our grasp, Greg, but sometimes just make sure you're pressing the right button to find out anything. Right now, LaGrange is trailing Central as they're in Carrollton tonight. They're trailing them by a score of 13-3, hoping that the LaGrange High School Rangers can come away with a win down there. Troup, of course, as we mentioned, 28-0 over Chapel Hill. Hardaway in America, Hardaway leading that contest. Looking down, Cartersville up 14-13 on Cedartown right now. So
Really?
Cedartown, a good showing there. Of course, they're just at halftime. Looking down a couple of the Blessed Trinity, 31-3 over West Hall. And let's go down to Chance again and let you hear a little bit more about this as we're getting ready to announce our folks.
The second runner-up for homecoming queen is Kayla Lane. The first runner-up for homecoming queen is Regina Hernandez. And now the moment you've been waiting for.
Here we go. Greg, you going to pick them?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the Troup High School 2018 homecoming queen, Miss India Cheek.
Skills USA.
There you go. The Greg's going to say that he called that because he was pointing down at all the girls.
No. I was doing this.
Had his arms extended. It's going to be one of them.
A big round of applause. Well done, Tigers.
So congratulations to India on the big win there. Again, a beautiful group of folks, a beautiful group of parents and happy parents and brothers. Jason Hernandez down there with his sister. She was the first runner-up. He's a senior at LaGrange College this year, works in their drum line, and it's just an amazing job. Greg, one of the things that you and I have the privilege of is knowing so many of these families and their friends, watching, many of these parents are our peers and kind of grown up around town knowing them from their businesses and the jobs that they work, and seeing just what a great job they do of supporting their children and all the endeavors that they have. And, of course, Troup High School, Miss Nikki Watts taking over as principal this year, continuing the great job that Mr. Chip Metters had done. And just everybody's, I think, very proud of what's going on at Troup High School.
I agree. One of the, if you ever get a chance, and they're starting to have Wake Up with Watts instead of, we had, I think, Donuts with Dennis over there, where the general public, if you want to know what's going on at the high school, go on ahead and get on the high school site. If you're a member of Facebook, you can follow Troup High School, and it'll be announced on there. But if you want to call the high school and find out, it's 812-7957, and just hit 40. I think it's 4701 when it comes up. But anyway, you ask them when Wake Up with Watts is there, and the ambassadors, student ambassadors, will give you a tour of the school throughout the morning, and then, of course, you get to hear from the principal to see what fine things are going on at the high school. So, excellent opportunity.
Yeah, I could do moon pies with Mormon. How about that?
You have to put in pie because moons with Mormon wouldn't sound good.
No. Let's step away after that one. 28-0 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. We're almost at the end of halftime. We'll be right back, and we'll give you the second half of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945, and they have daily lunch specials for only $7.29, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night, from 5 to close, is all-you-can-eat ribs, and Thursday's all-you-can-eat catfish, and with their Brundrick stew, is famous throughout the region. They proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish, so dine in or use a convenient drive-thru Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. So come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, Visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Hey, it's T.O. Double D, Todd Parrish with Keeler Grange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorrento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Stop number 110917. Priceless tax, sack, and title. See Key of LaGrange for complete details. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Well, okay, I'm going to have to quit crying here for a second. Good giggly wiggly. So we just got through with
after all those moons with Mormon, and we get to watch the man with the plan, the man of the hour.
I had no idea, but on the big scoreboard, I looked up and there's myself as a 12-year-old, and they kind of did a "This Is My Life" slideshow with my family and my mom and dad and everybody on there. That was very, very special. Oh my goodness gracious! I'm just kind of.
Hey, look down. Yeah. It's amazing. We try to. I mean, there's some folks that actually can surprise you, Jack.
Yeah, I think that my mom was big on those pictures, I would imagine. Oh, okay. All right. Let me get ready for this now. As the Tigers will get the ball here in the second half of play, as Chapel Hill for the first time today will kick off the ball, and it'll be taken down at about the 9-yard line, up to the 15 to the 20. Nice move at the 30, still on his feet to the 35, down at the 36-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it first and 10.
You know, Jamari Thrash picks the ball up on about the 12-yard line and just motors his way up. You're right, out past the 36 to the 37-yard line. That's where they'll take over to start this second half. You know, Chapel Hill, when they won the opening, they won the coin toss and elected to, we want the football.
Yep.
And I think they wanted to set the tone, and they moved the football pretty aggressively and down the field, controlling the football. As it turned out, though, the Tigers came back and scored 4 touchdowns on them.
So hand off to this near side to the 40, out of bounds at the 45-yard line, a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Again, good job by Trey Williams. He'll take the handoff from Hudson. He'll head over toward the Troup sidelines to get out of bounds outside Gabe Hubbard and Colby Harry on some good blocking out there, along with Luke Purnell to help spring him to the outside. It'll gain 9 yards out to the 45-yard line.
Once again, here come the Tigers. Trips to the right side. Handoff. And we'll get the yard that we needed for the first down and hit hard there, but we do get the yard that we needed.
Trey Williams goes through the line behind, it looks like Michael Irving and Tyler Kitchens, it looks like, and he's able to pick up the first down. But you're right, that linebacker came up and stood him up, and here we go again.
Kobe's going to pull it, bounce around, and get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be about it, but good job of keeping his feet. Wasn't a whole lot there on the handoff.
Well, he decided to pull it, read option. He decided to pull it, but he stepped up toward the right tackle and decided he needed to come back to the middle. And would make a lot of running, but only picked up a half a yard.
Kobe going to back up to pass. Got some time. Looking, throwing across the middle of the field. Complete. Down at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
That'll go as a 44-yard touchdown reception. Nice little from the shotgun position. Hudson just dropped back and on an inside slant. He actually is inside slants. Then he plants and goes out to the post. And wow, Willis is wide open. Picks the ball out of the air, takes it on and outruns the free safety into the end zone. That'll be 34-0 as really the third play of the second half, Jack. We score.
They've got to be driving defensive coordinators crazy because there's so many guys we can throw the ball to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Smith has scored a long touchdown. Thrash, Joko now becoming quite the weapon for the Tigers as the extra point is good.
And Joko received he caught the touchdown touchdown pass to end the first half, and now he catches the pass to begin the second half for yet another touchdown.
35-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
It is Take Home a Titan Truck Month at Nissan of LaGrange. Hey guys, Richard Cates here, General Manager of Nissan of LaGrange. It is time for you to get away from the norm and into the new Nissan Titan. With America's best truck warranty at 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper to bumper, there is no reason not to be at Nissan of LaGrange right now. It is time for you to be a Titan. Come see me at Nissan of LaGrange, where all of our Titans are $10,000 off for Titan Truck Month. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back once again as the Troup High School Tigers will be kicking the ball off once again. Helson Martinez with the strongest leg in Troup County as he's had to kick off the ball quite a few times tonight. 35-0 is your score. The Troup High School Tigers in favor of Chapel Hill, the number 8 or 9 team in the state, Chapel Hill, depending on what you're looking at. As Helson's going to step up, get the kick off. A little shorter, taken at about the 22 and thrown back. And the Tigers going to be all over him at about the 35-yard line, maybe the 36 to be first down.
Actually, the ball, he kicked it so high and short, he probably kicked it down to about the 25-yard line, but it bounced through the initial receiver's hands. Luckily, there was somebody behind him because it bounced into his hands. And Chapel Hill will start their first series of the second half on the 37-yard line. So pretty good field position. I mean, nobody's going to argue about a 37-yard line as a field position. 35-0.
Well, if we kicked it out of bounds, it would have gone to the 35-yard line. So
there you go.
Not a big deal. 10:45 left to go here in the third quarter of play. 35-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers as the quarterback's going to keep it, head across the middle, and that may not have been his best choice across the 40 to the 41. He's hit pretty hard there, Burton is.
Corey Cato is coming in and helping out at the linebacker position, was able to make that tackle. So you got Khalif Thornton in there. You've got Royce White there at left tackle, defensive tackle. You've got Andy Boykin at right tackle. You got Devin Hill along with looks like Jabraylon Gooden in at linebacker as well, along with Corey Cato.
Coming down the line. Hand off to the tailback, number 4. He'll get across to the 44-yard line, bringing up third down.
Good job by the Tigers. Looks like Jatavian Smith on the original hit from his linebacker position. He just came up and really made a good stick on him. And so the Tigers getting in some extra personnel in there to get them. And, you know, as we talked about earlier, Jack, Glisson just does not wholesale substitute. He picks and chooses, and you get a chance to play with the starters. Builds up your confidence.
Hand off once again. They're going to be short. They'll bring up fourth down. Really back to the line of scrimmage is all he got out of that.
Andy Boykin from his right defensive tackle able to grab him up in the backfield and keep him from attaining that first down. It'll be 4th and 4 as the ball's resting on the 44-yard line of Chapel Hill. So Chapel Hill is probably not in a great position to run the football.
No.
Even down 5 touchdowns, they probably want to continue their game plan and see what happens. You know, up 35 points, more than likely if it stays in this position, the game will end a little sooner than it normally does.
There's the snap. He steps up, gets the kickoff, and bobbles a little bit as he makes the kick. But a nice deep one. Going to go into the end zone, though, and they'll bring it out to the 20. That's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
You know, that was K.J. Burton, the quarterback that also does the punting duties. He also did the kickoff duties. I don't know if you picked up on that. So he's
I missed that.
He is like a Jack Mormon lookalike. I mean, he's like a Superman. He's just all over the place. So,
guys, I've been a little hard to talk because I a minute ago looked up and saw my face up on the big jumbotron, and Greg Hicks, I understood you had a little bit to do with that.
I just knew about it.
Just knew about it.
I guess I would be a conspirator to the.
Yep, you would be a conspirator. you would definitely be a conspirator.
I do that a lot. I conspire, huh?
But I really appreciate all those that had a hand in that. What a neat birthday gift there to be up on the jumbotron here on a homecoming for your hometown team. Handoff into the line, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
You know, Trey Williams took that handoff and really took it. Could have gone right behind Hunter Bass and Michael Irvin. And had he made that plant and go right, he would have still been running. He chose to plant and go left, and he ran into a wall of Panthers. And they're going to give him maybe a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. But it's amazing when you're on the field what you can see. But when you're up in the booth or up in the stands, if you're really paying attention, you can see the ebbs and flow of the games a little bit better.
Once more, the handoff. We're just going to try to turn some yards and run some clock. Get a few younger guys in across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's 27 we'll give him.
Hard-nosed running. You've got Hunter Bass in at right guard. You've got, looks like J. Brody Messer in at center.
Hudson hands the ball off. Wow, he is hit hard that time by number 6 of Chapel Hill. That's Braylon Solomon.
If you notice, you had Michael Irvin on the tackle, on the linebacker. From his right tackle position, he was slanting down, taking the linebacker, and really just blocked the linebacker into the tailback.
Going for it. Actually, we're going to bounce to the outside, pick up the yardage we need to cross the 35 for a first down.
Hudson decides to keep the football this time, and he follows Big Gabe Hubbard along with, looks like, number 10 for the Tigers, and that's a number I need to look up. That's Trey Mitchell. We hadn't called Trey's name in a while.
What was neat, too, though, is as he's riding in Tyree Carlisle, Tyree becomes the lead blocker for him, kind of just getting right behind him.
Absolutely. First down from the 36-yard line of the Tigers.
Carlisle steps in. He'll block in the backfield as Kobe has lots and lots of time looking downfield, throws it across the middle, complete to Smith. Smith hit hard, just short of the first down at the 45.
But, Hudson just flies out, and he's very patient, but he's actually moving out to the right side. He's moving. He looks, and finally he sees Jarrell Smith coming parallel to the 45-yard line. Picks the ball up on the 46. It'll be 2nd down in inches as they're going to mark it. They might even call for a measurement, and they are as official timeout. So they're going to measure the football. It may yet be a first down.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 35-0 here on Eagle Sports.
At Holmes Pharmacy, we're in business for your health. So whether you need a prescription or durable medical equipment, at Holmes Pharmacy, we're at your service. Holmes Pharmacy, with quality and service and lower prices too. Good health to you from Holmes Pharmacy. Now with 3 locations in Hamilton, LaGrange, and now in Sawmill inside the Big League Wiggly grocery store.
Come on, take the deal and run. Come on, take the deal and run.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football as the Tigers have gotten a first down. They measured it, and they're going to give us that first down that we need. Ball rests them just across the 45 at the 46-yard line.
Kobe's made so many tremendous throws tonight, but if you've not seen him play, and maybe this tonight's your first night of seeing him play, you just really get an appreciation for his athletic prowess.
Well, that and also just his decision-making, I've been really happy with. He's back in the pass again. Got a little pressure to bounce him to the outside. Looking. He reverses his field. Nice block by Carlisle. Kobe throws it down the field. The receivers are coming back for him. It'll go out of bounds on the far side.
Well, there is a holding penalty as Hudson rolls out to his right. Then he has to quickly plant and reverse his field back over toward the Tiger sidelines, and you could just see it. It was obvious. I want to say Michael Irvin or Hunter Bass was over there and got the penalty called on him. So that'll from the spot of the foul at the 38.5-yard line.
As a former lineman, you really are put in a difficult position right there. When your back reverses his field like that, it's very difficult because you want to protect your guy, but you have to make sure that you're not going to do anything that's going to get a penalty down the field. But Tigers have this ball game well in hand at 35-0, but coach still wants to be as mistake-free as possible.
You're right. So that'll back the Tigers up. It'll be first down in half a mile as it'll be on the 29-yard line. They've got to get all the way over to the 44-yard line of the Panthers on their side of the field before we see a first down.
Kobe going to pass it, throws it down the field, and it'll fall incomplete. He really didn't have a chance to really set up to make that throw.
He had thrash. He just said, let's go for broke. Let's just go and shoot the home run. And Hudson drops back. He airs it out. He lets the ball go at about the 18-yard line. And he had thrash on actually just what we call a go route. But down the seams, he was running right down the seams, and he was open, but I think Hudson may have just overthrown him by about 5 yards. But Thrash did get behind the corner, and he had positioning on him, but just overthrown just a little bit by Kobe Hudson.
Troup to this near side, going to swing it out, cut back inside, finding across the 30 to the 35, 37-yard line.
Excellent no block
yeah.
by Joko Willis. He could have blocked him, and had he blocked him like that, then would have been a flag for sure. But it was in the back, in the zone, just about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And Tyree Carlisle is able to weave his way up for about a 14-yard gain. Gets him up to the 37-yard line.
Third and 20. Hudson back to pass. Nice little bubble screen to the 40. 35 across to the 50. It's going to be about 6-7 yards short.
If I was on the sidelines and I could see Trey Mitchell catch that football just then, like you said, on a little bubble screen, when he caught it, he took off. He saw a hole. I bet his eyes got so big.
Yep.
He was thinking touchdown. And all of a sudden, from nowhere, one of the superior athletes there that Chapel Hill has came and grabbed him by the shoestring and tripped him up. But other than that, it was an excellent play call. A little bubble screen. Hadn't called that all night.
Well-executed play. Got us about 12, 13 yards up the field, so almost exactly what we needed. And a timeout's called by the Troup High School Tigers. They're leading right now 35-0. They take a timeout. We take one as well. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 5:06 left to go here in the third quarter play. Tigers looking to punt the ball away. 4th and about 8. Good snap taken, and step up, get the kickoff. Has to kind of pull his foot back to keep from getting hit.
Nice roll.
Yep, takes a good Tiger bounce. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line.
So Mark Anthony, you're right. He had to get it off quick, but when he got it off, he was angling toward the sidelines anyway, and the ball hit on the 30 and rolled down to the. Looks like they're going to mark it just inside the 18, 17 and a half maybe. And with 4:56 to go until the end of the third quarter, your Tigers up at homecoming, real strong, 5 touchdowns, 35-0. I really don't think Chapel Hill expected this kind of score. I really thought.
I don't think anybody in the state did.
No, I really think that you're right, but I really think Chapel Hill came in here thinking that there was going to be really probably a 7 to 10 point game.
High snap. The tailback number 4 is going to slip. That's Davidson.
He takes the handoff and he plants to make a cut, and then turns around and it slips on the rubber, and pellets go flying, and he hits the turf, and they're going to spot the ball. Really, no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Clock continues to tick. 4:30 left to go in the third. 35-0 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Back to pass is the quarterback who makes a reception. We got a reception, and he could go 50, 40. We got an angle on him at the 30, 20. Take it down. What a great effort down there at the 15.
He is hauled down by Jabraylon Gooden, I think, the number 17, who was hammering. But, number 11, but I don't have him on my roster, so the way we change numbers for the Tigers, and I apologize for that. Let's see what I can come up with.
Chapel Hill quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're waiting on it and looking back to the sideline to get their call. Quarterback's going to keep it back across the middle. He'll go into the end zone for a touchdown against some of the younger Tigers that are out there on defense right now.
That'll come at the 3:50 mark in the third quarter, so I might have been a little premature by saying the clock will run in the fourth quarter. Might have jinxed us, but 35-6. Chapel Hill finally scores with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. KJ Burton, their phenom quarterback, was able to take the ball off really between the left guard and center and plant and juke his way right up the middle for 14 yards and a Panther touchdown. And I guess it looks like they're going to go for 2. They kind of lined up in the polecat, we thought, but it's normal formation.
Put a man in motion, going back to the far side. Waiting on the snap, takes it. Going to ride him in. Quarterback's going to keep it, go inside, and he'll pick up the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that was an excellent 2-point conversion for the Chapel Hill Panthers to put them on the scoreboard. They'll score 2, so 35-8 is your score.
Let's step away for about 30 seconds as we get ready for the Tigers to get back and get the ball again. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as Greg and I are lamenting the lack of room to put a nice spread of food up here in the booth.
Yes, we're talking about eating.
Of course, we're really
hungry.
People, are out there sweating. They're dying in the heat, and we're up here in the air conditioning. Boy, we're just kind of chilly up here.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about wanting extra food up here. We are so spoiled.
Hey, you know what? We've paid our dues. We've been down there on the sidelines before. At least they have turf. We had muddy grass to play on.
By about middle of the season, from the 40 to the 40, that was the nastiest patch of mud in LaGrange, Georgia, that's for sure. Tigers receive the ball, bring it up to the 10, 15, making a cut in going out at about the 22-yard line of the Tigers. We'll have it there 1st and 10.
So Mark Anthony Dixon takes it really about the goal line, and he is I think he finished 3rd in the 100-meter last year in the state track meet.
He flew coming up the field.
Well, I was going to say he put his wings on, and you could see the Chapel Hill kids were just absolutely flying. They had their motors on, and it's almost like hey, man, we're scored. We're going to get back in this ball game. And Mark Anthony said, well, I can put my boosters on too. And he put his turbo shoes and just ran right by him all the way out to from the goal line out to the 22. Looks like we thought he might have got out to the 30, but he must have stepped out at the 22. That's where the Tigers will take over.
So here they come. There's a snap. Hudson still in there. Swings it out. And a nice reception. Oh, my goodness. Almost broke it at the 35, but they get a little shoestring tackle on us.
Trey Mitchell decides, Coach, I said something a while ago about his eyes getting real big because he saw something. Coach, please, let's do this again. They came right back to the little bubble screen. They hadn't called it all night. Now they call it twice in a row and picks up about from the 22 all the way up to midfield to the 47, so 25 yards.
One guy tripped him up at the 40. Hudson swings it out again to him, and he's going to roll down the same to the 45-yard line, almost picking another first down, but a late flag across the middle of the field.
And, because it's in the middle of the field, you don't know really what they're seeing, and it's really close to the line of scrimmage. So, but it happened so fast, you don't know if it was defensive face mask to blocking in the face, or if you think it might have been.
It's not going to be a legal man downfield. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah,
because nobody downfield.
It was so quick, but he's coming way over to the side judge against the Tigers. So let's see what he's going to call. And he's going to wave it off.
No flag. Yeah.
All right. He just really.
Wow. How often does that happen at Callaway Stadium?
Well, it's homecoming, and he really wants some attention.
Actually, I think he was just going, go team, by waving that flag over his head.
That was a rally towel. But as you said, go team, I looked up and they had a big graphic of Coach Glisson as he's screaming, and it had coming out of his mouth, go Tigers. But it was a little bit different.
Hudson takes it. A little blitz called by them. And the blitz works as they got Williams in the backfield.
Nice job by their linebacker, number 51. He came through, did his job, and was able to grab Williams' foot and hang on to it. And I don't know that we got back to the line of scrimmage. Anyway, the ball is over the 50 inside Panther territory. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Something I enjoy, Greg, as I look down from our vantage point here at the booth is all the Mud Creek shirts. You see the little Mud Creek logo on the back of shirts.
I like that. Thank you, Jack.
Some nice shirts out there.
Well, thank you. Oh.
Don't want you to buy no ugly shirt now, you hear. It's 1st down for the Tigers across to the 35-yard line as the handoff on the right side goes.
Speaking of ugly, Hudson decided to, like you said, take it, pull it away from Carlisle. I mean, Williams at the last minute, and Trey just is really his blocker. He picks up about 12 yards.
There's that graphic again.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So,
folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's a picture of Coach Gliss in full yelling mode with the words "Go Tigers" being graphically coming out of his mouth there. Fake the handoff, Hudson, back to pass all along the backfield. He's got a man in the corner.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Tigers.
And it looks like, I want to say Jamari Thrash.
That is Thrash coming back over there.
Just a 36-yard sideline go route, and he just got behind the corner. Now, he was only behind the corner a foot or two, and Hudson put it only where he could catch it. The defender could not have defended that one. What a tremendous throw by Hudson.
You know what also is amazing, Greg, is the amount of practice that goes on to set that up, because that's just a rhythm play.
Yes.
Kobe knows where Jamari's going to be. He knows what the distance is going to be. He knows where to put the ball, and he just laid it out there where only Jamari could get it.
It just
looks
nice.
On the extra point, thrown into the end zone, and it'll fall incomplete. So we are not able to get the conversion. A little problem with the snap, but good job by the holder to pop up.
Well,
and a flag on the play, though.
And they're going to call it. Looks like it. No.
Rough it. They go try it again. Okay.
Well, they've got a standard fire, and which means when something goes awry, from the snapper to the holder, and holder's Nick Schweitzer. He's your backup quarterback. Nick jumps off the ground and just yells fire, and you'll have Joko Willis, or from this point you'd have probably Jabraylon Gooding dragging across to the backside, and he just throws it up, hope somebody gets it. But maybe this time Helson Martinez can punch
Snap,
it
hold,
through.
kick it up. And the kick is good. All right, he's perfect all night. So 6 points for Chapel Hill, but a big 42 for the Troup High School Tigers. Let's take a break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Tigers have this well in hand by a score of 42-8. I made that mistake. It's 42-8. They had that 2-point conversion. Helson Martinez about to kick the ball off again. Ball resting at the 40-yard line. Let's see how deep he can get it this time. Good hang time so far tonight. Good kickoff. Not quite as high, but a lot deeper this time.
Here.
A little trouble with the ball. Gets up to the 15 to the 20 across the middle of the field. Kind of bounce in and out of our guys to the 30, 35, goes out of bounds to the 40. Kind of dives over there, runs into a lot of his own players.
Good job by number 11, who is not on my roster. They've had some jersey changes. I'm going to go down the sidelines. I'll find out who he is because I want him to get credit for it. But, man, that's twice he's been flying and making a good tackle. So, definitely like to know who he is because not a number on the jersey so far, name of that jersey. But looks like they're having a little bit of trouble getting the ball set up. But the Tigers are leading 42-8, 1:53 to go until the end of the third quarter. And unless Chapel Hill scores again, the Tigers are up 42-8. So they're up about 34 points. So you got to be ahead by 30 for the clock to run automatically, almost in the backfield.
Chapel Hill's quarterback going to throw the ball down the field. They're going to have to come back to the ball, almost intercepted by the Tigers.
Now,
and that's tough.
Now we've got a lot of young guys back here because I don't recognize any of these numbers.
They're just kind of scrambling around back there in the backfield. My font's bigger if you want to try that.
Oh, thank you. Your font.
What? Yes. Well, Greg doesn't have his glasses on at this point. I forgot. Here, you wear mine.
No, we're good. I'm sorry. You got these magnetic things. I can't even put them on my head.
You have to take off your headphones first. As Chapel Hill's going to give the ball, go around the right side to the 40-yard line. They pick up a big first down and more.
I'm going to have to let you have these back. I'm sorry, I can't get used to those magnet snapping things.
If your glasses are too technical for your radio partner.
But Hunter Kitchens, sophomore, number 11, I don't, that just doesn't sound like a Hunter Kitchens out there. I'm sorry. Number 11, I'm not saying that that's not Hunter Kitchens. I'm just.
Sounds like you should be working for one of the messers at Rogers. Is that?
I'm hunting the kitchen. Anyway, good job. All right, so a lot of young guys in the defensive unit for the Tigers.
They throw it way down the field. They get a receiver back into the end zone, and they get a touchdown.
Speaking of throwing the ball right where only the receiver could catch it, and that's exactly what Burton did for the Tigers.
86 on the coverage.
86 for the Tigers, and we're talking about let's see, give you the name here. That was Austin Whitley. Austin did a nice job
right with him
on the kickoff coverage earlier. I'd called his name out in the first half, but just couldn't quite catch up with him. The wideout had gotten behind Whitley, who's only a sophomore. He's going against a senior wideout and just couldn't catch up with him, but only was behind him by about 3 yards, but just enough where the quarterback could put the ball right where it needed to be, and it looks like they'll go for another 2 as the score now 42-14. 1 minute and 11 seconds to go until the end of the third quarter.
As they're going to go for 2 again, and they're hit, and they're going to drive into the end zone, get the 2-point conversion. So a little bit of a Pyrrhic victory for Chapel Hill as they got two-point conversions. So 16 is the score for them, but 42 for the Troup High School Tigers. This is the Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Right now, looking at the third quarter at Cartersville and Cedartown. Cedartown leading that one 20-14 over the number 2 Cartersville, excuse me. There's the kick. All the way down and back into the end zone. And we're going to bring it out from the 10 and fall down right at the 15-yard line.
So uncharacteristic of Thrash, he backs up and says, I think I see an opportunity. And he almost had one, but for whatever reason, he tripped across his own feet and goes down at the 15-yard line.
I thought as soon as he stepped in the end zone, he couldn't bring it out, but I guess I was wrong.
But, again, we'll check with the many officials out there that know a lot more about the game than I do and that you do, but he had actually caught it on the 1, and he actually backs up into the end zone, and he decides to come out. So I think maybe he had the option because the side judge let him come on out. And so
a couple of scores real quick. Of course, 42-16 is the score here as the Tigers have the ball. Hudson's still in there. Quarterback throws it down the field. He's got a man open. Oh, just overthrows him.
Mark Anthony Dixon, he had him wide open coming across the middle, and I think he's used to Thrash being a few inches taller, but almost had him. And this is one of those things that had he had him, it would have been 6 more. But, you know, this is a game, guys. It's 59 seconds to go to the end of the third quarter, and you think, wow, this game's so out of hand. But all of a sudden it's 42-16, and all of a sudden the Tigers score. And of course, you know, our defense is full of subs right now, but at the same time, you know, the Tigers want to put some more points on the board.
Tigers going to get a first down across the 25 on that one. First down and 10. Get some more scores real quick. LaGrange right now still trailing Central of Carroll County by 13-3 is the score there. Looking down, we mentioned that Cedartown leading Cartersville 20-14. Columbus and Carver, no score in that ball game in the third quarter. Ridgeland, we started off the season with them 47-7 over Heritage right now. Northside and Harris County knotted up at 28 as Hudson's going to roll around the right side. Looking downfield, going to throw it. And, boy, a young man kind of rocked on a block out to here at the 15 of Chapel Hill.
Well, he also had a bead on Hudson, and it reached out and grabbed him by the jerseys, and Hudson did a plant, turned another direction. He just slipped off him. It's like he's thinking, man, I can't get that guy.
Seems like I should have had him, but no, you shouldn't.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. The ball's resting. It's showing second on the 35-yard line, but it's the 25-yard line.
Hudson fakes the handoff, turns, makes the pass complete just short of the 40, but that's going to be enough for another first down for the Tigers.
Trey Williams, a wideout. He's getting his workout in the second half.
That's that same play over and over and over again.
Just a little stab pass out. He'll go across the line of scrimmage for about a yard, turn and plant, grab it, and when he catches it, the corner's not playing him tight, so he's already automatically going to pick up about 5 yards. And with his excellent vision,
Hudson once again throws across the middle, complete. We were just talking about him. What a great
Ball's
reception by the young man, but he does fumble at the end, and Chapel Hill's going to pick it up. He's at the 21 and brought down there.
But, and I'm not going to, it's just as good as a punt because we didn't want to punt the football.
No.
But Williams had to go down around his shins to get the football. Just was carrying the ball. I believe he was carrying it properly, but he turns up and they come in behind him and throw an arm on him and kick the ball out of his hands. And Chapel Hill will take over with 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. They'll take over on their own 22-yard line.
42-16 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Chapel Hill breaks the huddle on the far side of the Panthers. Coming out again, as we mentioned, in their white and purple against the Tigers in their navy blue and gold.
Andrew Townsend, a freshman, along with Austin Whitley, a sophomore at corners. And, of course, we're trying to go deep again.
They come back for it, and the ball falls incomplete. The receiver had to stop, come back for it, and just fell right just short of him at the 40.
Yeah, you can't blame Chapel Hill. They've got a freshman and a sophomore playing the corner positions, and they're just picking on them right now, which not a problem. I would have done the same thing, but we bring back in Nate Martin, who is a senior. He'll take over for Whitley out there at the right corner.
We're giving up almost a foot of height, too, between the receiver and our corners.
Mm-hmm. (42-16). Your Tigers on top.
Here's a snap. Back to pass once again. Looking. There's the pressure. Pops him outside. He looks. He's going to throw it anyway. Out there, and it's going to fall incomplete. That'll be the end. There's the big horn of the third quarter of play. 60 seconds back to the station as the Tigers leading this one 42-16 right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Hey, it's T-O-double-D, Todd Parrish with Keeler Grange. The playbook of savings is set, and we are gearing up for a great season. We have touchdown deals you don't want to miss out on. Get ready to tailgate in your brand new 2019 Kia Sorento LX for only $24,988. Stop by and meet the All-Star Savings Team at 1217 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or view our complete inventory online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Thought number 110917. Price plus tax, second title. See Kia of LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Think about all the great things that the commercials are things that brought us, good food, that sort of thing. And as they throw the ball complete out to the 40, and there looks like Chapel Hill could get another touchdown. We're going to run him down, though, at the 30-yard line. And a good job by the Tigers once again to have a touchdown-saving play.
Coach Glisson's keeping these young boys in and trying to get them some hard lessons. And, Austin Whitley there, sophomore, he was on it. He just missed the tackle. He had him in his grip, but the senior wideout was able to just snatch away from him and go down the hill. He's coming back and talking to Coach Darryl Truitt on the sidelines with that. But, you know, kudos to Glisson and leaving these kids in there.
They're going to run the ball on the right side as they're going to leapfrog over us.
Got a flag on the field.
Their running back, tough guy, runs the 20 yards in, but that's going to be called back.
It will be. Now, you know, the side judge is going to confer with the referee. The penalty could maybe called unsportsmanlike. I don't know if you're allowed to just jump over. And it might not even be talking about that. It may be, looks like he's asking him, get away from the.
Step away, young man, step away.
Yeah, let's see what he says.
Looks like a spot of the foul. Yep. 15 yards from the spot of the foul, so they're going to mark it off from around the 22-yard line. So that'll bring that touchdown back. But, Greg, I think you made a good point. They do stop the clock, so we're not running the clock here in the fourth quarter.
No, we're only 26 points ahead.
But I think you made a good point there that Coach Glisson is not going to just say, oh, we don't want them to score anymore, let's put all the big guys in. He's going to give these young guys a chance to earn their medal. You know,
He is, and they've had 2 or 3 series, and you know, you of course he's got the starters back in now on defense, and I think what he's trying to say to Chapel Hill, hey, dude, I put my second string in. The game was kind of out of hand, and you scored 2 touchdowns on my third stringers. So what we're going to do is we're going to play head up again.
Back to pass. Here comes a big blitz by the Tigers. They roll him out. It's going to be hard for him to throw across his body, but he does. Down towards the end zone, jump ball, and it's going to be picked off by the Tigers. Up to the 10, upended at the 13, but the Tigers, that's one way you stop them is by picking it off.
Jace Godwin, the ball was, you're talking about a tip drill, it was tipped like 3 or 4 times, and Godwin intercepts it on the goal line and is able to, his momentum takes him about a yard deep in the end zone as he's able to weave his way back out to the 15-yard line. So I just said we put our first string back in. Had we had our third string in, that would have been probably a touchdown for Chapel Hill. So Coach Glisson's really doing the correct thing. He said, look, we're trying to play fair with you. It was a kind of out of hand, but if you want to play that game, we're going to go back and we're going to put our starters back in. And so they prevented them from scoring a touchdown. 11:05 left in the game, 42-16. Your Tigers on top. Hopefully we can score another 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Hudson stays in, and the plays whistle dead. I think we may have moved.
We may have some motion on the Tigers. Nope, we just had a substitution violation.
So that'll back us up 5. Clock stops with 11:04 left to go. 42-16 is your score. Thank you, folks, for joining us here tonight as the Troup High School Tigers have enjoyed their homecoming against the Chapel Hill Panthers.
Actually, that was an equipment violation. I think it may be calling Thrash as having his mouthpiece hanging out.
Kobe going to pass the ball, throws it, and going to be a little bit short. As again the receiver of choice right now for Kobe is big number 10, Trey Mitchell.
Trey Mitchell was really on a go route. That just means when he leaves the line of scrimmage, he's just full sprint, about halfway between the sidelines and the numbers on the Troup High side. So he's right in front of the Troup coaches. Good job by the corner, number 12, is that he got in his way and really just couldn't get around him. And once he did get around him, the ball was about 4 feet out in front, just a little bit too hard to catch.
Hudson going to swing it out, complete, and we're going to try to keep up in the middle of the field. Tell you what, they're doing a good job of tackling us right now in the second half, actually the fourth quarter of play, up to the 15 of the Tigers. We all got to get all the way to the 25 for a first down.
Well, there'll be a flag on the play, and more than likely it's going to be a hold for the Tigers. As he got locked up and probably got up underneath the kid's jersey and is going to back that ball up. But let's see. I could be mistaken. It could be against Chapel Hill. But you're right. Williams probably should have planted. It is holding on the Tigers. Williams should have planted and taken it outside toward the Chapel Hill sidelines rather than cutting it back inside. 10:48, 42-16. Your Tigers on top. Kind of interesting. It's getting late in the game too. Over are they playing in Cedartown or Cartersville? Do you know?
I do not know, but I will try to find that out for you just a second.
But what a good game there. Cedartown getting beat a couple weeks ago by AA class Bremen. Bremen's supposed to be pretty good at that level.
Cartersville just gone ahead 21-20 in the fourth quarter.
Wow, what a tight ball game. So who's on the bottom? So they're playing in Cedartown.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
LaGrange still trailing Central late in the fourth quarter, 13-3. There's the plays whistled in. Trips to this near side. Hudson scans his line. Going to make some adjustments there. Steps up. Calls for it. Takes the snap. Throws it. And it's going to be swung out there to the 10. Still on his feet. Great footman. I was going to say footmanship, but we get across to the 16-yard line, well short of where we need to get to the 25.
We picked up about 6 or 7 yards back up to the original line of scrimmage. Of course, that'll bring up I think I want to say it's 4th and not 15, but 4th and 10 for the Tigers. So Williams, when he's just trying his best to wiggle his way back up, but just couldn't quite doing it. So let's see, it's 4th down and 10.
Tigers put at the punt team.
Dixon will stand on about the 2-yard line.
High snap. We're going to have to side kick it. Kind of a hand put on it. And that's going to give Chapel Hill the ball with great field position at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Mark Anthony, the question is, should he have run the football when he comes out? This is almost like, the Tigers have 2 timeouts. Chapel Hill has 3 timeouts. It's almost like he's like, hey, guys, timeout. What are you doing? Come on, focus. Let's go. Let's run. It's almost like you're having too good of a time out here now. You're running around and not staying in your lanes. You're trying to make things happen. And Chapel Hill is just trying to hold you up where they can. So the ball's going to be spotted on the 25-yard line of the Tigers. Tigers defense have to step it up to keep them out of the end zone.
I think you're right. The ball only went a few yards up the field. He very well could have run that ball and picked up the first down yardage.
Mm-hmm. It'd be interesting to see the film on that one.
Back to the pistol set for Chapel Hill. The quarterback takes the snap. High snap for him, but he's going to roll to his right, cuts back left, throws it to the end zone. It's a 2-man ball, goes up, and falls out incomplete.
Good defense by Tyree Carlisle. They actually never started the play clock. The time clock was running for sure, but the play clock never left 25. So, but anyway, he ran around, was getting pressure by Khalif Thornton and King Makuta in the backfield, and then he stopped, planted, and threw it as far in the corner as he could. Carlisle on excellent coverage, 2nd down and 10.
He'll roll the tail back to the left side of the quarterback. Trips to the right side. He'll back up, and he'll keep the ball and be knocked down just over the 30 at about the 27-yard line.
Good job by Alonzo Ogletree from his right corner position. He stayed at home, played great technique. Burton tried to fool everybody and come around to the backside, almost like a quasi-naked boot, if you will.
Yep.
But Ogletree, excellent job as the clock runs with 8:57 left in this football game. 3rd down and 13 for Chapel Hill.
Burton, the quarterback, scans his line. Twins to the right side, takes the snap, back to pass. Left-handed quarterback, looking, throws it across his body, and picked off. Almost picked off. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'll tell you what. Alonzo Ogletree almost had another one right there.
He did, and the ball was underthrown by about 5 yards, and so the man couldn't have caught it. The only person that could have caught it was Ogletree, as he was breaking across in front of the wide receiver and the free safety who was well under on the coverage. And this is obviously 4-down territory, but Ogletree knows. Man, he was so mad at himself, fussing at himself that he should have had that football.
42-16. Panthers of Chapel Hill will break the huddle. Burton, the quarterback, will have a tailback to his right, slot receiver to his left, backs up to pass, little screen in the middle, and we read it out well at the 30.
Excellent defense by the Tigers. Number 4 for the Tigers, Kevin Martin from his linebacker position. It was just a little screen pass, and they let all the Tigers come through except Kevin Martin, smartest guy on the field on that play. And That's what we're talking about. The Tigers kind of messed up on their previous possession, came back, and even after Chapel Hill took over on the 25, they kept backing them up. So they'll take over on the 29. So in that series, Chapel Hill lost 4. So a buddy of mine, Anthony Robinson, says that never mind, that was volleyball. That's sorry, rascal. He was telling me that Woodward lost to Mount Perry 2-0. But he's right in volleyball.
Well, we follow volleyball too.
Oh, I tell you what.
Ball is overthrown. We had a wide open Jamari Thrash going down the middle of the field.
We're just trying to air it out right now and give the fans something more to cheer about. It's almost like, all right, he's done run the guys to death out here on their wide out. Maybe instead of going for broke, just work on your 12-yard slants, your 8-yard slants, and maybe your little stop routes at about 8 yards. So see what you can do there.
Hudson swings it out to the far side. We're going to get about 6 yards up the field. And final wait for a first down at the 40.
Jarrell Smith, they're going to show him stepping out of bounds about a yard short of the first down. They're going to mark the ball at about the 38-yard line, so 2 yards short. He had to get out to the 39. So it'll be third down and a yard for the Tigers as the ball spotted on the 38-yard line. He's got to get to the 39. But, again, Jarrell Smith will surprise you. When he gets his hands on the ball, you can pretty much figure he's going to get some yardage after catch.
Back around the left side, a first down for the Tigers and more as we go out of bounds across the 45-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Just run the clock. Little stab passes out, little floating passes. Give it to Trey Williams off the right tackle over there behind Gabe Hubbard, where he can move the chains right there on that one. So the ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line. The Troup Tigers leading 42-16.
This time we're going to swing out to this near side of Smith. Smith gets to the 50. Great block ahead of him. Down the sideline. He did not step out. He's gone.
Jarrell Smith, again, and we're going to have a holding penalty here on the 44-yard line. And that's a good call. He had his hands all up in his jersey. Yep. But doggone it, you just see it again. There's another sideline, and he's tight. He's got that sideline down, though. He tight ropes it. But that play is going to be called back on a holding penalty by the Tigers. But you kind of got to like the way this Jarrell, once he gets on the sidelines, he's becoming a master at tight roping the sidelines. Coach Glisson is arguing something way across the other side.
From the spot of the foul, it looks like we're going to mark it off.
Or he might be complaining about who threw the flag and whose responsibility is it to throw the flag. That's what you were getting last week when we were playing Callaway. You had guys throwing flags. It was on the other side of the field away from the play. Yeah, but that's pretty obvious. When he goes back, he probably saw it. But that'll back the ball up to the 44-yard line. So we're back over on the Tiger sideline side of the field.
Lead the ball game still. LaGrange trailing 13-3 over Central.
7:42 and counting.
Cartersville still ahead of Cedartown 21-20 as Kobe's back to pass, throws the ball down the field, caught across the 20 at the 17-yard line, then brought down for another big first down.
That's what I was talking about. So, and of course, Thrash gets up limping a little bit. He's got that left calf taped, and I don't know if he's
not coming out.
Little cramp going on or what. You see him trying to shake it out, but nice little 40-yard slant pattern. He comes down and brings the ball in the red zone inside the 15 down to the 14. So the Tigers on the move one more time with 7:19 to go in this contest. Already up 42-16, looking to score again.
Kobe stands in there, talks to a slot receiver, Smith. Makes a little bit of change back there in the backfield, down to 4. 3 calls for it. Back to pass, looking. Steps up in the pocket. He's gone. Inside the 5, makes a move at the left, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a nice call by Hudson. He really wanted to go to Jarrell, and he turned out everybody was focused. And they actually put good pressure on him. He's able to weave his way up the middle 15 yards, and another Troup touchdown brings the total to 48-16 with 6:52 left in this football game. Homecoming 2008.
Now to see the Point after touchdown. As Greg's about to go down the field to kind of check out things and get ready for the end of the contest, have a chance to talk to Coach Glisson in the post-game show. As the Tigers will have their big first region win more than likely, unless something really miraculous happens for Chapel Hill. 49-16 is your score with 6:52 left to go in this contest. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back as the Tigers will kick the ball off once again. My goodness gracious, 49-16 is your score. 6:52 left to go in this contest. I think people across the state were thinking that this would be a much closer ball game as they're giving Chapel Hill a much bigger chance.
I was just saying thinking the same thing is that you and I talked about it earlier. We really thought this would be a much closer ball game, but I think really the surprise came on Chapel Hill's side. They came here really wanting to put up a better ball game, and it just hadn't happened.
There's the kick, and taking it about the 16 up to the 25-30, and hit a wall there of Tigers. And Greg, if we have a weakness, that might be it. Though is our kickoff game. We're really not getting as deep, and really not enough hang time to get the coverage that we need downfield.
Well, you're right on that one there, but all the previous, he's really had some good hang time, and we were able to get down pretty good on coverage. But that one was more of a line drive kickoff, and when you do that, you risk having such a fine return like they had that time.
So here come the Tigers back out on the field.
But great fans like David and Renee Kelly that stick out to the end of the football game. We appreciate that.
Give all those shouts out to Greg. Hand off into the line as they're going to be brought down after a gain of almost nothing. We'll give them 1, 2nd and 9.
How you doing? Good. Good game.
Tell Adam Kemp we said, hey Greg. Tell Adam I said, hey. He's not paying me any attention down there. Greg's pointing somebody out to me. I don't know who that is down there.
No. She was asking if anybody found any keys. I said, well, I got some in my pocket, but they probably don't belong to you. Adam Kemp's inviting everybody to Rosemont Baptist Church on Sundays, waving the hat. He's actually taken a collection already. He's waving the hat. Ball
goes over the quarterback's head. It'll be a big loss for Chapel Hill back to about the 25-yard line. 49-16 is your score. 5:53 left to go in this contest. So Chapel Hill dug themselves a pretty deep hole, about a 27-yard, almost 30 yards down the field to pick up a first down.
Well, now that I'm down here on the field, kind of getting the feel, it's Chapel Hill was trying to take advantage of Glisson's generosity when he puts his second and third string in. And after a couple of touchdowns, you could see that let's put the starters back in to regain control, and Tigers back up 49-16.
Quarterback on a roll, found a little seam in the middle of the field, back to the 35, across the field, brought down at the 46-yard line.
So that would be Andy Boykin makes the tackle, but his helmet comes off in the process. I tell you, it's probably works out best for everybody, but in the last 20 years, I've seen more helmets come off than I did the entire 20 years of my previous life.
When we played, Greg, you couldn't get your helmet off. Those Rydales just wouldn't come off your head.
No, it was too tight. Too tight.
Give them heck in a Rydale is, I think, wasn't that what we said?
Well, yeah, something like that.
Punt is going to go down the field and be taken. Actually, we're going to take the ball. Didn't let it bounce at the 45-yard line, and the Tigers will have pretty good field position right there.
Tyree Carlisle was thinking, wow, I'm going to get me a quick six, and it just didn't work out for him, but good job. A line drive punt. We're talking about Tigers had a line drive kickoff, and now they have a line drive punt. So but back in business for the Tigers here next near midfield at the 45-yard line. You think maybe Glisson or Holt wants to put a nail in the coffin? Not that it's not already in there, but I think they want to break the 50 mark.
Well, you got Schweitzer coming in at quarterback. So we'll see how that rolls.
Hey, I like Schweitzer. Gives him a chance. He's very smooth.
And Chapel Hill will call it timeout. That seemed to tickle Chance Giddens. I guess get another chance to show another Mud Creek Graphics commercial. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back. It's, the Tigers are giving me a nice birthday present of a big win tonight, 49-16. Still a little time on the clock, but they have played a good ball game. I think this second half, a little more intensity. That's kind of what Coach was looking for. Yes, here comes Dick Schweitzer as the quarterback. He'll take the shotgun snap and quickly hand the ball off. Nice blocking around the right side to the 50. 45 still rolling to the 40, 35, 30. Terry Carlisle will go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tigers.
Excellent block out here by number 75, Stephen Messer, to spring him, and he actually celebrates with Messer now, and he knows he's going to get a flag is thrown for unsportsmanlike. But what a nice touchdown run by Tyree Carlisle for sure. That'll take the 50 mark. It'll bust it up to 55-16, waiting on the PAT. So talking with number 11 on the sidelines, I said, hey, excuse me, tell me your name. He said, Marquise Kelly. I said, well, man, you're not on my roster. What are you? He said, I'm a sophomore. I said, I like the way you play football. So we got to put him on our roster.
Get an update. Maybe get an update from Coach a little bit later on. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. Looking down at the clock, 55-16 is your score with 4:38 left to go. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports. I guess we'll keep it back here as we seem to have a little connection problem there. 56-16 is your score right now in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. And that, Greg, let's kind of talk quickly about that last play. Schweitzer does a great job of kind of following his man in, a little run pass option there, going around the right side. And the blocking, the pulling guard, the pulling tackle, the back out of the backfield is just a great job of freeing him up to get that big yardage down the field.
Yeah, I was talking about Stephen Messer. He pulled out and really had the key block at about 12 yards down the field and was able to spring Carlisle on the sidelines. And he tight roped and looked behind him and could see there was a Chapel Hill kid about 4 yards behind him, and he decided to kind of jack it up and sprint it off a little bit, do a little showboating as he crossed the goal line, and it cost us 15 on the kickoff, but it's 56 on the scoreboard.
So Martinez will have to really put his foot behind this one. Steps up, and there's the kick. Taking it back at about the 22-yard line up to the 30, 35, 40. Back to the field, and he's untouched across the 40, 45 on the far side, and he's going to tiptoe, go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
So good job by the Tigers on their coverage. They was able to knock him out. Really was a touchdown saving, but they do have all the backups heading back in. So we'll see if maybe they can tighten up and keep these Panthers out of the end zone as the score 56-16.
Really proud of these guys tonight. Making, and it's a statement win, Greg, in a lot of ways, as we kind of send the message across the state that even though you may have picked this team, again, a good ball club, they got a lot of talent, but to say that they're the number 7, number 8 team in the state. I think they may have missed it. As they hand off again on the right side. Good blocking for him. He bounces to the outside, looks back in. Got some Tiger tacklers all around him at the 5-yard line. Be a first down for him in goal down there inside the 5. Real proud of the crowd staying in. Got a lot of folks that have got home. Thank you for listening to us in your cars on your way home. But also thanks to all the folks that have stayed here and watched the end of the game. Change things up here at the stadium a little bit. You won't see everybody going out onto the field just to preserve this field because sometimes these little pellets will stick to feet and it kind of depletes the field. So we're asking folks not to go on the field as much anymore.
So Kevin showed me a score. When Cartersville scored earlier, that's the final score. Cartersville 21, Cedartown 20.
Wow. Quarterback going to keep it going across the middle. He'll go he'll go into the end zone for another score.
That'll bring, with 3:47 left to go in this football game, Troup 56, Chapel Hill 20. They'll probably go for 2.
That's been their modus operandi tonight. They've done it several times.
Hey, I hadn't heard their band much tonight. They're pretty good.
They go into the 5, into the end zone, and they get the 2-point conversion. Hey, they got 2-point conversions down, if nothing else.
They're pretty good at that.
3:47 left to go. 56-23, excuse me. And we'll step away for 30 seconds here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
LaGrange right now has scored a touchdown. They've brought it to within 3. So 13-10 at Central. Tigers have this one well in hand. 56-24 is your score. Waiting on Chapel Hill to kick the ball off once again. And here we go to kick the ball off. There's the kick. Take it back down to about the 5 by the Tigers to the 10, 15, 20, straight up and down, running. Good job. Down the field to the 40, across the midfield, 50, upended at the 45 on the far side.
The kicker, quarterback, punter, stop number 1, Tyree Carlisle. It was one tackling one. Tyree had taken the ball on the 5-yard line. And just for a split second, Jack, from my vantage point, once he broke that second level, it's like, oh, he is gone. So that's a heck of an athlete Chapel Hill has, that quarterback, kickoff guy, punter. He just does it all for them.
Tigers break the huddle. Back on the field, Schweitzer.
Let's see if we can bust 60 with 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go till this ball game is over. It'd be nice. We hadn't scored 60 in a while.
All right, so
bust 60, don't you?
Kobe's got several hundred yards passing tonight. Schweitzer's got a touchdown on a handoff. One handoff, one touchdown. So let's see what he can do this time. There's the handoff going around the left side to the 40-yard line, about a game at 5, 2nd and 6.
Carlos Cato, a junior tailback, did a nice job taking the handoff from Schweitzer, picking up about 5, maybe 6 yards. It'll be second down. They're going to give him 5, so second down and 5 for the Tigers.
Looking back to the sideline. Clock continues to tick. 3:12 left to go in this contest. 56-24 is your score. Don't forget to join us on Monday night out at Johnny's Pizza. As you can hear all about all the local scores, all the local sports going on. Handoff again into the line. Right back to the line of scrimmage is all we get. You'll hear at 7 o'clock, I'll have a chance to talk with Coach Earl Chambers. LaGrange College has a big ball game against Apprentice here at Callaway Stadium at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Then at 7:30, you'll hear the Callaway Show. Coach Pete Wiggins will be able to talk about the win they have over Temple tonight. LaGrange hoping to pull one out. That'll be the late show at 8:30, but at 8 o'clock, you can hear Greg Hicks talking with Coach Tanner Glisson live from Johnny's Pizza every Monday night during the football season. They'll mark off some yardage against Chapel Hill. That'll be enough for a first down for the Tigers.
I think Mickey Jarrell is in at right guard doing a nice job, and he was making a tremendous block on the defensive guy, and he just didn't like the way it all turned out, so he had something to say, and that little comment got him 15, and I got him a flag in 15.
Not what you usually need to go with. Twins to the near side. Schweitzer hands the ball off, go around the left. 5 yards, maybe 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
Cato again on the sweep toward the short side of the field, which is toward the Chapel Hill side. So if you're going to score, you might as well score on their side. I don't want to say rub it in a little bit, but you know, when you keep your varsity in on some subs and you score 2 touchdowns, you try to be nice about it. But I'm glad that Glisson brought everybody back in, put up another 3 touchdowns.
Schweitzer stands in there at the shotgun set, waits for it. Hands the ball off, go around the right side. 15 cuts inside to the 13. Actually, all the way down to the 12 go the Tigers. So for a first down.
It's Cato left, Cato right. Maybe it'll be out of sight here in just a second at the 12-yard line. So maybe the Tigers with 1:48 and the clock a ticking, maybe we can score again. We'll break that 60 mark.
You're a poet and don't know it, Greg. Schweitzer stands in there. He's got Williams to his right. Actually, no, that's not going to be Williams this time. Go around the left side. Going to get about 3 out of that one.
Cato down to the 8-yard line. They'll mark him. The clock continues to run with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in this ball game. Should be 2nd down. Tigers can still get a first down on the 3-yard line, 2.5, the 2-yard line. But if we're going to get that close, we might as well go ahead and score, right?
I'm falling for that. Waiting on the shotgun snap. Clock ticks down to 6 seconds on the play clock. Schweitzer takes it, hands the ball off in the middle of the field. They grab him from behind, pull him down after he crosses the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
You know, they're doing a nice job running the ball, but I'll be honest with you, I'd like to see Schweitzer throw one out here to Thrash or even to Luke Purnell, a tight end. But they got Trey Mitchell out here extremely wide. So maybe with 35 seconds, he's asking to hold it. But, you know, this is the point where, you know, the game's already won. But it would be nice to see Schweitzer have a little touchdown pass.
Callaway has won their ball game against Temple 49-0. Clock ticks down to 2 seconds, 1. And delayed game penalty called.
So they purposely had a delay of game. Coaching staff looking to the sidelines. So with 13 seconds left to go in this ball game, your Tigers 56-24 over Chapel Hill are going to win homecoming 2018. And yes, my wife texted me and said, "Yay, Skills USA girl, homecoming queen."
Yep.
Hooray for Skills USA.
So Tigers not really in a victory formation, but look, they're going to run one more play here.
Maybe we'll have it aired out here in the end zone.
Schweitzer takes it and hands the ball off. Across the middle, fighting inside to the 10. Clock ticks down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Get ready for the horn. No horn. There it goes.
Out of air, Jack.
I think it's just about out. So the Tigers with a huge win tonight, 56-24 over Chapel Hill, the Panthers. Let's take a break as we get things wrapped up here at Callaway Stadium. Give you some more scores. Maybe get a chance to talk to Coach Glisson. Get you ready for next week as the Tigers will be traveling to Sandy Creek. We're real proud of these guys. I hope you have a great evening out there as you're listening to us on your drive home. Tigers again have won this score by a score of 56-24. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you just another truck owner that blends in with all the other truck owners? If the answer is yes, then it's time for you to head to Nissan of LaGrange. It is Take Home a Titan Truck Month. During this time, you have the opportunity to make a statement as a truck owner and take advantage of America's best truck warranty. The all-new Titan comes with a 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. This isn't some silly powertrain warranty. This is the real deal peace of mind that no other manufacturer is offering. So come see me, Richard Cates, at Nissan of LaGrange and stand out from the crowd.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Tigers again have won this by a score of 56-16. A huge win for the Troup High School Tigers, and just really proud of these guys. They hit on all cylinders tonight. But I will bet you, as we talked to Coach Glisson in a few moments, Greg, that he is not going to be very happy with some aspect of the ball game. I'm sure there's something that he's not going to be as happy with. But the penalties were down from last week. Still a few holding calls here and there. As to Eckleberry, he's got a final on LaGrange yet. He's supposed to have all the scores down there for us. I'll check my.
He's saying with about 2 minutes to go, Central had the ball, but he's yet to get another update. He's got some inside info texting him back and forth.
Well, you know, he's plugged into
Coach
everything.
Paulie, dadgummit. Paulie, get on your job.
Paulie's supposed to be texting me.
He's supposed to be texting you. Jack, man, come on. You're nobody, man. Come on. It's Kevin Eckleberry's or somebody. Come on.
That's true. Hey, was he on the Jumbotron?
Kevin said, I am somebody.
Ask him if he was on the Jumbotron tonight, okay?
I'm not going there.
I want to remind you folks that as we were talking a bit ago, you can hear Greg talk to Coach Glisson all about this ball game and the games to come at 8 o'clock at Johnny's Pizza coming up this Monday night. And, you know, Greg, we've had a lot of fun out there this year with that.
Yeah, we have, and it's each and every Monday night. You and I have talked about it, and I know that all the coaches, I believe, really like the fact that we're on a Monday night, a weeknight, rather than a Saturday morning, because it does kind of take away from your Saturday. Plus, it also gives the head coach and something to do on Saturday morning other than come to a radio show or a TV show. We're not doing the TV shows this year. The owner of WJCM has kind of had some medical issues, and so we're put that aside for now. But you can come out every Monday night, Johnny's Pizza. Man, what great food. Just come on out and enjoy the food and the fellowship and talk to the coaches, you name it. We'll have a lot of fun out there, and it all starts at what time? 7, I believe, and ends
7 o'clock. We begin with the LaGrange College show, then Callaway Troup, and we close out with LaGrange High.
Yeah, and you're out there. You're out there really all night because you're doing both LaGrange College and LaGrange High. Kind of start it and finish it. So we'll see if I can get a word here with Coach Glisson as he moves off. Leaf Thornton's giving me high five. So see if I can. You got a second? Here we go. So let's get a word in with Coach Glisson. Nice region win, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you get a region win, 1-0, that's a solid football team. We didn't play our best, but, you know, we got some things we got to get cleaned up, and a lot of it comes back on me. I didn't do a very good job coaching in the second half, and so, but we'll get it fixed, and it was a good region win, so always good to get one of those under your belt.
Absolutely. Well, next week, Sandy Creek, and you know, Sandy Creek didn't like us coming up there 2 years ago, and they're not going to want us back up there and take it to them.
Well, they have a great football team, so we're going to have to be ready. We got to go on the road to their place, and I'm sure they'll have a circle on the schedule, so we'll be ready to go.
Good luck tonight. Good job tonight, Coach. All right, we will see you guys Monday night at Johnny's Pizza. All right?